What? Oh, yeah. Shouts out to everybody in Pennsylvania that checks out the Third Perspective podcast. We appreciate it a whole lot. Georgia, Louisiana, Florida, North Carolina, Alabama, and Mississippi. You know? Shouts out to Ohio for sure for giving us the quarterback we needed in Chicago. But that's another story. You know what I'm saying? That. Freak. What? Tennessee. 8,700 down plays. Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts at. You know? What? Yep. 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 Every time, though. Every single time I do it. It is I. You're tuned in to the #1 podcast in the DMV. I am your host, your late night supervisor, dope dealer extraordinaire, DC's own, Rab, B.I.D. Jones. That's Rabbit for your internet fools. To the left and right of me, as usual, my podcast partners, Radical Real and OnlyFans J. This is T3P. Now, everybody know I'm black and I'm proud. You know, I love the black ladies. It's all about the Tubmans for me. You know? What it do? Everybody look for some gas. What's going on with y'all too, dog? What's up with you?
Georgia, Virginia, North Carolina. It hasn't reached my own yet. No, it's only a 1 week thing.
No.
Start tripping people.
One thing about people, if they see shit on the news, right? They don't give a fuck where it's at now. They just think it's here. You see something happen in Louisiana, you start running to the gas station. Next you know, everything packed up for no reason and shit. You know what I'm saying, Doc? Giving all these gas companies all this bread. You know what I'm saying, Doc? And don't you think they got enough?
You can't return to get your price back when they drop it 35 cents again. Watch.
Yeah, right. What it do? What's going on, Jay?
It is a good time to invest in some stocks and gas stuff. The numbers going down, and then it go back up. So always keep that in mind too. Shortage of gas some places, meaning stocks gonna crash a little bit.
Black people do stocks. Y'all do stocks.
I do. I follow it. I have to follow it because I want the white man to go pass me by.
Ray, you do stocks? Stocks, bonds, and trades, whatever the fuck that is. So you don't so you put money on that shit, Jeff?
A little bit something what you do is.
So what you on? Is it app or something? You on that?
Yeah, I'm on app. I'm on
There's a few joints called what? Red Robin or some shit? Robin Hood?
Robin Hood ain't no good. Robin, they say Robin Hood robbed the shit out you. Exactly what they do. They rob from the poor and give it to the rich.
They didn't give you, they didn't mislead you at all.
Nah.
Nothing in their name gonna mislead you. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? That
I'm doing one called Stash, and I'm doing one on cryptocurrency, and I'm also doing shit on Cash App. Cash App got it.
And this man, it's just like
I'm doing Coinbase off of for cryptocurrency.
Is that like more like gambling?
Nah, what you do is like right now is the prices, gas prices.
Mm-hmm.
You go see that it's going to be a shortage and the price and the rise of the prices of gas. As a result, the stocks is going to crash or it's going to go down because the supply and the demand of it is going to be astronomical. Like it's gonna be just marginalized. Like you got the prices going up, but you got people, trying to save gas by not really going too many places and whatnot. And then once you got that going on, and then you go ahead and you push your price in, and you can put $5, $10.
I think that shit, man. When you put money in that shit, the only people that benefit from that shit is rich people, man. It's like you giving them money to gamble with, really. If you ain't gambling, they gambling. It don't make no difference. They lose all that shit tomorrow. Like, what was that nigga that lost all right shit? Madoff. He made off, all right. What's his name? Madoff Hitler or some shit? I forgot his name. Madoff?
Oh, the one that did the Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
Oh, what he did was he
fucked the whole system up. Everybody lost everything.
He flipped it. He flipped the money and cashed out before anybody ever thought about anything. But in my case, I'm not putting in all my eggs in one basket. I'm just $5 here. $6 here.
Just dip my toe in the water. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing a whole lot here. Yeah, they gonna touch this thing.
I ain't putting no $200 at one time on this shit. That's where you're gonna be. That's where your mistake gonna be. Nah, you don't do nothing like that. I've been watching this shit long enough to know what I'm doing. Inflation rate, all that other shit, all that.
Bro, you ain't never tried on that shit?
It seemed like to me they make money just by using the app. Like they don't charge you to use it, but the more people want it, to bring them more money.
Like Red Robin and shit.
Yeah.
Is that the name of that shit?
No,
Robinhood. They straight put your money in there and they rip you off. But no, they don't do like GameStop, for instance. GameStop somehow their fucking stocks just rise the fuck up. And that was because of the pandemic. Everybody was just ordering games, getting games, and TVs and laptops went up. The stocks, gaming laptops stocks went up. All that shit went up.
I don't know. I ain't never tried none of that shit.
I know shit went down.
I don't know. I just can't see me investing in somebody else's shit.
Well, they try to fix it. So they told everybody that we're gonna buy a lot of this one stock. When you do that, you are adjusting it. So if you buying it very low, it's gonna build up. So they knew GameStop shit was gonna go back up.
So you sit on the portfolio.
Yeah, but Robinhood, even though you bought it, wasn't letting you sell it for what you got it for. So you wasn't getting your money. They stopped it. They put a limitation on it because the higher ups were losing too much money. So basically, they intervene to stop you from getting rich.
It's basically like when you go to the casino and shit. You might think you winning, but the only person winning is the motherfuckers running this thing, owning this shit.
The more you play, the more you lose.
Exactly. It's basically like that. Yeah.
It's ways to fuck with that system, but it's insider shit. You gotta know shit before shit hit the fan. It's like back then when the travel foods came up, like the DoorDash and all that. You gotta be in front of that. And the only way you're gonna beat it if you're in San Francisco, California, around a tech geek. So I'm telling you, I got this nice new invention, and we about to go make it prime time with it. You jump in and buy that shit when it's low. Other than that, you ain't getting no money.
We talking like Robinhood, Chime, Acorns, Ladder, Titan.
Yeah. They said it's not free, but no, they make money off of everybody who owns it. By you using it, they getting paid.
Yeah, I can't accept myself to that. You know what I'm saying? That if you're new here, go ahead.
They tell you that you don't need no broker, but they the broker.
Yeah, exactly.
So basically, instead of you paying that man over there who will steal your money anyway, or lose it all in the stock market, you using it and you paying them to lose it.
Pretty much. If you're new here, this is the podcast for the 9-to-5ers, the average Joes. We give their perspective, which is
the third perspective.
You know? But I want to get back to this gas thing. Now, y'all remember, I wasn't really going. I was alive though. When they had the joint, when they had the shit in the 70s, it was a little joint in the 90s too. The gas was backed all up and shit. It was serious then. It was some real shit going on there. It was real shortage and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine if it was just no gas no more. Just think of that for a minute. Shit will come to a halt, nigga. There's no more. You can't go to the grocery store because there's nothing bringing that there. You know what I'm saying?
No diesel fuel, no
Oh,
kerosene.
nigga. Just imagine that. Only people who go to work is who?
You got your car and get on the train and the bus and ride the bike.
You really ain't going to work.
Or go to the scooter.
Because if you go to work, wherever you go to work at, them supplies gonna run out.
Go to the electric scooter.
Everything don't run on gas.
Shit.
Max up on them.
And some metro
Not all,
buses,
no, not enough of
All
them.
of them run on diesel.
some metro buses run on electric.
You be riding around 2 buses. So the diesel and electric. You think them motherfuckers stocked up with those joints? Shit. You probably get the motherfucking elite will be in those motherfuckers then. See, again, it's always a way where class will come into play. You know what I'm saying? Now, we just painting a situation with no gas, right? But you said certain joints had diesel, right? Who you think will be getting those diesel joints?
The 18-wheelers.
Who you think?
They already got diesel.
Huh?
I said certain ones already use diesel. As it is.
What do you think the little ones that they have that are diesel? Where they going? That have any type of supplies? You think they coming in the hood?
Nah.
All right. So again, it's always, no matter what you think of, class warfare will be in it.
First
In the
class.
end. Like if the world by the end of the day, the most richest people are gathered up first. They got places to go hide, all that type shit. It's starting with the Congress and all that, right? It's like the poor people always got the short end of all sticks when everything comes to the end of it. You know what I'm saying?
So at the end of the world, what happens is all you can do is go to a bunker that is explosive proof,
If you can get there.
if you can get there.
Exactly.
Or rocket to go to a different planet.
So what's this motherfucker that own Amazon? Shitty ass niggas that got all this fucking bread. What do you think gonna happen to him if the world's everything's about to end now? What do you think he can do?
shoot
He could
off,
probably end up to go to space some motherfucking way.
he shoot off in his
Then
rocket,
come back down and all this shit settle down. You know what I'm saying?
and he'd be the only one living rich.
Fuck outta here. You know, yeah, but it's a way they can get away with a lot of shit.
So like, how the fuck?
What happened when the shit went down? The first people to get it was like famous people, rich people.
With the pandemic?
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
because they only hang with each other. It's like 2 different worlds. You know what I'm saying? Only way we get it, we go pay for it. We got to pay to see him acting, pay to see him singing or some shit. Then we get it. You know what I'm saying? You know? And that's some shit.
Yeah.
That's why I said I think the perfect world will be no money. Real don't agree with me though. But I think the perfect world is just no money. It's no such thing as money. You know what I'm saying? It'd be hard to have class warfare when everybody's just the same. You get what I'm saying? Only thing that separates everybody in everybody's mind is money. Right? Like you live here, you live there, and I can't live there, but you know what I'm saying? That type of shit. It's only holding you back by money. Literally. If it wasn't for money, everybody be living in the same places. Like people that live in the hood around your way, if they had the opportunity to live somewhere in the motherfucking where in LA in the fucking Bahamas or some shit like that, they'd do it. You know what I'm saying? In a mansion or some shit, right? Big ass house. You'll do that if you had that bread, right? Or you'll get some land some fucking way. Right? You wouldn't live in the hood. Nobody in the hood. I love being in the hood. It's the shit. But the first chance I get, I'm down. Like my man say on Friday. First chance I get, I'm down with that bread. Ain't no motherfucking way, yeah. You won't just stay here if you have an opportunity to go. Right? So who will live who be living in the Southeast? Who will be living in places like that if it wasn't forced to be there? By money. You know what I'm saying? You'll be living somewhere everybody else live at. You won't be living there. You living somewhere where you're looking at the ocean too. You know what I'm saying? Right or
That
wrong?
makes sense, no. The Southeast, it's the people in Southeast that make Southeast what it is.
Huh?
I mean, if we were to leave, all of them people came from Northwest, all they want to do is knock it down and rebuild it.
Well, that's in progress right now.
Yeah, I'm about to say, so people don't take care of their own hood or their area. They destroy it. They make it what it is.
That's not true.
I mean, and yeah.
That's not true. That's
like
not true.
saying, you said everybody got a choice. They got a choice to make their neighborhood the way it is. If you looked out for one another more than you did instead of hating on a lot of people, a lot of shit would go away. But everybody got stone on everybody. Everybody got flex. You ain't got these. You ain't got this. And that motivates motherfucker. Hey, I'm gonna do this grimy shit. No matter how I get to the top, as long as I make it to the top.
Now,
That's a lot of that go out there.
no. I don't agree with that right there.
Hey, you agree.
First of all, the hood is not the hood because of the people, right? It's the hood because there's no investment in that area.
By his own people.
No, stop. There's no investment in our areas. Ward 8 in Southeast, for example. There's no investment. You feel me? So if it was investment, maybe somebody would want to live there. You don't live somewhere that all the houses you live in is 60 years old.
Trust me when I tell you. It's
Older than that.
It's some
Built in
investments
1940s.
There's some investments down there.
Everybody in DC living in houses 1940.
Yeah.
That was built in 1940, my nigga.
1940, 1930.
That's not their fault that that's built in 1940. That's the government not investing in that area. So it's not their fault that it's ran down. It's not our fault that the hoods and what the fuck they are. There's no investment in our area. Period. There's investment everywhere else. That's the point. And then when you out here, I mean, the shit already ran the fuck down. The fuck?
Why would they want it to run down?
Huh?
Why would they want the property to run down?
So the prices.
The property is.
Thank you. Once
can't.
the prices is low, Jay, then what? When your mother die and the house get pushed to you, what are you going to do, Jay?
Sell
Real.
out.
Thank you.
Real.
You wanna sell? I'm just telling you,
Real.
I know a lot of people
Real.
family warehouses down DC, especially Southeast. When their mother and their grandmother died, they sold the house and moved them around. So when they do that, they're gonna come and buy that up. Now you see a whole new Alabama Avenue.
Real.
And I get what you're saying. They're not gonna.
If
You saying that the
Where
government
on
is
Alabama Avenue? You go out ride down Alabama Avenue. All those houses been there since 1940s.
Nah, it's a lot of new shit up there now.
Where?
It's not a lot. I was over there the other day. It was a
Yeah,
whole bunch of new shit up
These
there.
houses in 1940s.
Skylands.
These houses in 1940s.
They knocked down Skyland.
They knocking shit down now in progress. That's not in our areas though. It's on the outskirts.
And all Southeast isn't bad. Some of it, I didn't even know that was.
What do you mean?
Southeast. Some of the shit, they ain't not the same as the.
What does that mean?
There's inner Southeast, and then there's the outskirts of Southeast,
No.
and some shit on the borderline. You like that in Southeast? You like that?
Then you got the bougie
What?
part of Southeast.
Like the part where Barry used to live at. That's considered Southeast, but that shit didn't look like Southeast.
You been Berry Farm?
No, I'm talking about where Murray and Barry lived.
You
at.
ever been in Berry Farm?
No, that was a while ago. That ain't even in.
When the last time you been in Berry
No.
Farm? What's gone?
Barry Farm.
Bird Farms is gone.
What do you mean?
It's
It's
gone.
gone.
What's gone?
It ain't what
Bird
it
Farm.
was, dog. It's gone.
What the fuck are you talking
It's
about?
dirt and rubble.
Young, I was just down there last week. What are
Bird
you talking
Farms
about?
is dirt and rubble.
The sign and everything there. The house is still there.
No,
They was just built in a long time ago. Like I've been telling y'all. 1940s and 50s, these houses were everybody living in.
What are you talking about?
You talking about
the
the
houses?
schools?
The
Been there
houses,
since 1930s.
the house is still there.
That's our fault? Right?
The
Yeah.
project.
How's that our fault?
Nobody in that community keeps that shit up.
So you supposed to keep up something that's 100 years old? Really?
Yeah, you supposed to press it.
You being realistic here?
I am. Your council is supposed to make sure your schools get redone. They don't go
Oh,
to schools.
stop.
They
Wait.
don't even go. They don't go
Wait.
to Anacostia no more.
So you believe my point
No,
then?
they ain't go at.
You
They
believe
go
my
to
point?
charter school.
You believe my point then?
No, I'm telling you. You telling me it's the government job, but it's the people's job to make the government do that job.
No.
People run War 8 always black. I don't see no white people down there.
What that
So you
mean?
mean your own people fucking you over? Then that's
What?
on you.
That don't even make any sense.
All right, go. So who run War 8? When the last time it's been any other than the black?
That
people
don't
run
mean
War 8?
anything.
How it doesn't? You represent the ward.
You ain't the only one. I be telling you this shit about the government itself. He ain't the only one there. Once they go there, it's more people.
This is what I'm getting about.
You gonna get some
It's
Southwest
amazing.
motherfuckers
You-
that are white?
This is wrong?
And they don't want to vote with the same shit he want to vote with in Southeast Ward 8.
You said it's the government, but then when it's
What?
saying to this, you want to say it's the government behind it. How that don't make no sense?
Young, tell me this don't make sense. How it don't make sense?
I'm telling you, they got allocated funds for them.
What you mean? If the school's 100 years old, the house is 100 years old, what the money at then? What are you talking about? It's no investment. That's my point. You said it's ran down because niggas running down. That's not true.
And no private benefactors help them out. How
Hold
many
on,
motherfuckers that made out of the hood and never came back and don't have any money down in
What do they
Southeast?
got to do with it?
You supposed to help your own community out.
Okay, that's another thing though. But right now,
I'm telling you, that didn't meant that much to people, even though you made it out of there. How many motherfucking crack dealers made $1 million, $2 million?
what would that do? Nothing.
All right, it would do a lot if you build it up.
Huh?
How many old houses down there that's been like that since you?
So you telling me nigga flipping keys supposed to have on his mind to rebuild the fucking city?
He fucked it up
Himself.
He should have. But nah, his mind, he want to buy a Jetta and motherfucking
What?
Peugeot. He want to buy a Peugeot, a Jetta.
That won't buy enough bricks for one house. You want him to rebuild the city?
Well, I say Southeast. But if you want to do the city, hey, that's what's up, though. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't our fault. Put it like that.
It ain't our fault.
And we love it. It ain't like we, you know what I'm saying, we don't love it. But I guarantee you, nigga get a ticket tomorrow to be living somewhere fancy in a whole nother atmosphere, they do it. Just because.
People just don't care, right?
They ain't gonna just stay here in a 2-bedroom apartment with 16 of y'all in the bitch just cause you here. And you ain't got other options, dog. You'll do it.
Mm-hmm. All right, and that mentality is why it is what it is. I made it out. Why can't you make it out? That's what everybody thinks.
Huh?
But it ain't that easy.
I mean, you starting to sound like Joe Budden.
No, never that.
He started to sound like Joe Budden.
Joe Budden. You talking about Joe Budden? I'm talking about Joe Budden.
That's how you sound. You starting to sound like.
I'm hitting you with facts right now. You talking about is the government problem? They put money in the city. They put money there.
They not.
It ain't being used right.
It's not.
Every school going to work by the.
We don't even have a fucking senator, nigga. We fighting for that now. So you telling us we got money now? Where we get it from?
Okay.
Where we get it from, Red?
The federal government got
This
it.
DC nigga, where we get it from?
I'm telling you, they
We don't got a senator,
money.
we ain't got a congressman, we ain't got shit. But you telling us we got money from somebody.
The treasurer out there.
Who gave it to us?
Ask the treasurer where that money is.
DC Treasury.
Come on, man.
The treasurer. Everybody got to account for the money.
Stop. Now you see what I'm saying?
No.
Now you see what I'm saying,
It's
dog?
amazing you come with these conspiracy theories. but
What was the conspiracy theory yet?
The government keeping them niggas in the section of War 8 poor. The government doing all that. The government not putting money into that war.
What?
That's you. You said on a little conspiracy theory, right?
You said niggas running down, that's why it's fucked up.
Of course, it's way into
I told you it's not because it's no investment. That's it.
no investment in that.
That's it. I ain't say nothing else after that, did I?
You said the government don't invest in that neighborhood.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it ain't just up to the government. It's up to
What you mean? I explained to you, these buildings, we living in 100 years old. We can't change
so
that.
You mean tell me ain't no black motherfucking builder out here that can rebuild this shit?
So he got time to
And
rebuild the
redevelopment?
city
Ain't no black development out
and
here?
feed his family while at it? What, you gonna do this free? You doing that free?
Of course you're gonna get paid. Everybody gets
Paid by who?
Just like they did Southwest when they did put all that land up and switch it up.
Yeah, that was allocated though. They gave him the money.
Oh, it was allocated for that, but now I gave for Southwest.
Somebody called Obama.
Right
Somebody called Obama. You remember him when he put that job thing out there?
if they gave money for
And
Southwest,
reconstruction?
they gave money for Southeast, dog.
I guess you missed that. That's why we got some little reconstruction down there and redevelopment. That was some investment we got from the black man that y'all don't like. You know what I'm saying? That a little investment that we got, you know? Just small investments.
You know what
Yeah. Now you got to fund schools from somewhere, right? Where?
It depends. Charters are different than local DC public school. Charter on his own shit. A
Again.
lot of parents send their kids to charter school. They don't send them to DC public school.
So it's imaginary money now? What's happening?
No, the money going where your kids go. So if there ain't no kids in Anacostia High School, they're not gonna give a fuck about Anacostia High School.
Why there ain't no kids in high? Nah, see, then we're gonna get down into education reform, and that's my thing. And I don't want to get on that right now. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you can reform all you want to. It's up to the parent. The parent don't want their kid to go to Anacostia High School. What you want them to do? Make their kid go to Anacostia?
All right, first of all, I'm not one of them black dudes that do, for somebody just tune in right now, I'm not one of them black motherfuckers that be screaming, what's that? Criminal justice reform. I don't do that. All right? That ain't me. I don't give a fuck about criminals. I don't give a fuck about wasting time about them. You know what I'm saying? They do whatever the fuck they want. They get the same time or less time. Who gives a fuck? Rail care, come think of it. But I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm about education reform and hit on 3 things that we just touched on. You know what I'm saying? Which separates black people in our districts, dog. It's money and investment. Rail don't see that. So if you don't invest in your high school, your public high school, why would somebody send somebody to a school that's 100 years old and run it down? Rail, explain that to me. You're just not gonna do it. It's running down. This shit gonna fall down. Every school, I tell you, schools around the country, around DC right now, is the same school my motherfucking father went to. This nigga in his 60s. The exact same school the kids going to now. And you don't see nothing wrong with that, right?
They rebuilding them. They remodeling them.
They not. It's charter schools taking their fucking place.
And some of them,
which is not the same as the government. Now y'all getting my point of education reform was needed. Period. Yeah. Now you know what I'm saying? Every time we get on the topic of education, it get clear and clear something had to change here, right? Even if you don't agree on what I want to change. But it's obviously it has to be changed, right or wrong. Every time we talk about education, it gets to topics that on this topic that it's clear they have to be changed, right? Can we agree on that though, Ray?
Good. Parents have control over their kids'
Again,
education.
here we go with that.
You have
I just stay on what I'm asking you though.
I'm telling you. So you want to change that? You want the government to control your child's
Government.
education?
I'm not talking about the government.
So who's going to enforce the change then?
So you tell me if what's the difference in a charter school? What's happening?
There's less students in there, and the
Why?
teachers are different.
Why? What are you talking?
There's less children in there.
What's different?
I don't know. You tell me. I ain't go to charter school.
Now I want you to tell the audience what's the big difference of a charter school.
I'll let you know when my son gets to that age.
Explain to me. Yeah? Explain to me.
Hey Jay. Jay got one around that age.
What's the
I got one
difference?
around there. To me, it's just you get to plan your child education now.
What?
Some parents don't want to send them to the local high school. They rather send them to the charter school.
the charter school
More
education.
hands-on.
The charter school education is more better and more efficient than public school because the public school is free and anybody dump their kids in the school and it'd be about 50 people in the room. That's how when I was going to Wilson, so that's how they used to do it. We'll be overcapacitated in our classes to the point where they have to open up a bomb shelter to make a fucking class.
At all.
You know, the shit was like, 11. Yeah, the capacity was about 900 students.
But everything you just said doesn't make any sense.
Fucking 600
The teachers
students in one damn building.
You said the teachers teach better? What the fuck?
Less students meaning
No,
hands-on.
less students don't make no sense either.
Why not? If it's 35 kids in the classroom, how the teacher gonna reach all them kids?
Why would it be 35 kids? It was 35 kids in my classrooms. It was 35 kids in your classroom, wasn't it? The teacher reach your ass?
No, not really.
Are you serious right now? Did you
telling you they
graduate?
didn't.
Did you graduate?
I did, but a lot of motherfuckers did.
I'm talking about you.
All right then. Well, you can't use me. I'm not.
Did you graduate?
I did, but
There was 35 people in there, what?
A lot of motherfuckers.
It was more. It was sometimes 40 in my class.
Yeah, there you go.
So what's wrong? What you talking about?
All right then. So I got 40. How many you think made it? Do the math, Dylan.
Are you serious?
I got 40. How many made it?
So you think? What you mean? You think everybody failed?
Yeah, like half of them did.
What the fuck?
10 of them didn't come. 10 of them came.
Okay, if they don't come, you don't supposed to pass,
All
motherfucker.
right, there you
So what
go.
we talking
Then
about?
The other ones that you couldn't reach.
What
They
you
were-
mean?
They were ones they wouldn't want to learn.
Yeah,
That's in all schools.
Yeah,
No.
Are you serious?
Now you down to 20 kids. Now you got your ones that pay attention.
You're not making no sense.
And then the other one. All right. I mean, you,
So if it's 15 in there, you gonna take 5 off the same way. What's the fucking difference?
because
You're not making no sense.
I just broke it down to you. I can't make it no simple.
What?
When I was going to school, you had a couple of them that was in 12th grade when I was going in 9th grade.
There you go.
Then I'm growing up to 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade. They got
Still
kids,
there.
and
So-
they still there in the same grade.
So if you go in that charter school and they got a man standing there ass naked telling your child to paint, which he can do because it's not fucking public shit. You can't say nothing about that, my nigga.
I don't have to put them in there though, my nigga.
But you got him in the charter school. You gonna take him out
You
now?
ain't gonna take them out. You in control of your child education.
So now where you going? You look for charter schools again?
Nah, I'll go to private school personally.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna be private.
But you missing my point, my nigga.
What is no fit all for education, dog?
It ain't no
what
what?
for your child. Does not
No,
work for
you
every
missing
child.
you missing my point.
And
though.
that's the whole thing about DC. They felt like their kids were not being taught, so they gave them the option to put them in a charter school.
Why
you
they weren't being
can't
taught?
reform that.
Why they weren't?
Because
What
you
was
want to
happening?
put everybody in a one situation. It don't work like that. Some parents fought for that. They wanted that.
You're not
They
gonna
wanted
tell
the
me.
vouchers.
That's why
You're not gonna tell me
that's
a
when
teacher
they
in a
had
charter school is a better teacher in the public school.
That's when
That's some
had
shit
the
ass
no child
argument.
left behind,
I say
they
that.
knocked that down.
I said it's easier for them to teach because it's not less people.
That's
If you got a
bullshit.
lot of people in there, it's hard for church.
So you tell me there ain't 20 people in the charter school right now?
No, most of them.
That's a lie.
It's regulated. It's only a certain amount of slots, and you gotta get a voucher to go. So it's already cutting in half, and that's all the ones that don't want to be there ain't gonna be there. So that's taking all the problem ones out of there.
It's
Now,
problem
you
one.
No. Some of them just don't want to go, young. You've been there, you know it. You ain't want to go sometimes.
What that got to
You
do
know what
with
I'm saying?
anything?
Because there's a lot of them in the public schools. That's the issue. You distracting the kids who want to learn. You coming in, you
So
fighting
nobody
for
acting a
some
fool in the
motherfucker.
charter
It's
school.
a lot. It's not just one person. It's a lot of kids in there.
So nobody acting a fool in charter school.
I keep telling you.
Is this
dog,
serious
I'm
right
telling
now?
you now. The class is what 15.
So it's no
20
knuckleheads in this. Nobody acting a fool.
No.
If nobody come to school saying fuck, I don't feel like it today.
All right, you go check it out.
That's really you serious
I'm
right
telling
now?
you that if somebody put you in the school and you know you gotta do that, and you want to get kicked out, if they getting kicked out off the break,
You only 8 or 9.
Yeah,
What the
yeah.
fuck are you talking? You only 8, 9 years old. Who the fuck? What the fuck? Really?
you ain't hearing yourself.
You're not making any sense,
I
dog.
just told you. You not listening. You want to hear what you want to hear.
You're not making sense.
I'm telling you, the parent put the child in school. If he fucks up, he out. He going back to the public school.
Oh, now you're going back to public school now, right?
Yeah,
It doesn't make sense.
So it won't be no knucklehead. So if you do something stupid, you get warned. After that, they're gonna kick you out, take your voucher. So you back to public school. The whole point is they try to get kids who want to learn.
So to you, it's okay. Now, let's get it clear for Rail first.
If they
I
push you
control
back
my
in-
child.
No.
if they
Because
push you
Rail
back
was
in
flip flop on a
public
lot of shit, but
school,
we'll
they
get there
might
later.
put you in- like if you fuck up there, they might put you in an alternative.
Yeah.
So it's okay for you to do class warfare with the charter schools. Is that okay with you now? That what you telling me?
No, it ain't, man. I'm
You just
telling
described that.
You control your child's education.
You just
dog.
described if you don't play ball under this control, where you got to pay at, motherfucker. I'm gonna send you to the clown joint. And what you calling it? I'm gonna send you back to public school, which are supposed to be what? For dummies or something? You got it? Now you see what I'm saying? So it's clear that it's okay for you to have class warfare in education. It's okay now.
It don't matter about class warfare.
What-
I'm trying
what?
to tell you this. It's not even that. You trying to be.
First of all, you gotta have money to go there.
No, you don't. They give you a grant. That's what the rest
How
of the money
many?
going.
So how many kids get a grant though? Come the fuck on.
It's a lot.
It's a lottery. Thank you, Jack.
That's
That
even
ain't no
worse.
better than me.
That's
That
even
ain't no
worse.
better than me. You DC.
That gets worse.
How?
A lottery? You gonna say how?
How is that worse, John?
That's even less people.
So you want them to send their kids to a school where they don't want to send their kids to? Just
Why you don't want to see? You ain't getting to the real core of what I'm trying to get you to. Why?
Because obviously they're not learning. So whatever reason you want to give, they're not learning, no. So if I got a parent and I can send my kid to a charter or public school, or private, you have choices, people. You can focus on your kids'
You
education.
good with that?
You know, yeah. I got
So I
choices.
want to be clear on this one here. I don't know if you're just gonna keep it here or go back to radical rail, or I don't know. But the class warfare is cool in education.
Class warfare.
That's what it
It's
is.
stupid. The right to choose is what they got.
No, it ain't. It's money.
And these
There's money involved with this.
No, it ain't.
You can't tell me it's not.
They getting money. The school.
So these kids going in free.
First of all, you don't know shit about how
The
it works.
kids going
First
free.
of all, you don't know how it works.
The kids going. My niece went to charter
county
school.
or a motherfucking district only gonna get a certain amount of funds. If the kids are not in that school
Tell me.
or that district, they're not getting the money. So if they're going to the charter school, they're gonna give you your money is allocated to their charter school. Now if your kid go there and don't want to be there, then you want to send them back to public school or pay for a private school. That's up to you. That's your job as a parent. Stop trying to throw shit on the government, as you always say. Don't do that. But now all of a sudden you want to do that when it comes to education reform. But all the other shit is boogeyman and shit, doing shit with the parents and all that is all good though.
What?
You want to be flip flopping.
Nothing you said make any sense.
No, it did though. The other podcast we talked about, you talking about who is this boogeyman? So
Yeah.
now
That had nothing to do with talking about.
They the boogeyman because they won't put money in the school.
No, I just explained to you the school's 100 years old. You can't get over that. I can take you to Eastern right now, where my sister went and my fucking mother went.
Okay. And how many people at Eastern?
It's still there now.
I understand that.
The same bricks.
How many kids go to Eastern?
The same
And
bricks.
how many kids go to Eastern?
But you missing my point.
No, you're missing the point.
Would you send your
Nobody
kids?
goes there.
You send your kids to a trash dump?
Why would you go there?
Would you send your kids to a 100-year-old school that's running the
Don't
fuck
matter
down?
what school is, what you get out
Before
of
we
school.
get into it, before we walk inside,
First of all, my philosophy, your philosophy.
before we walk inside,
I don't believe that you only learn from the school.
okay, we didn't walk inside yet.
All right, then,
Before we walk inside,
go in there and
it's
learn.
100 years. The bricks are 100 years old. Everything is 100 years. When you walk in, it's still paintings on the side where niggas wrote their name in the 70s.
Okay, then.
Okay, you put your stop. We
did.
did
New school, you gonna learn?
stop. Now stop. Now we ain't gotten to the curriculum or nothing. We didn't walk into the joint yet. These are the facts now.
All right, then.
Now stay with that. That alone will stop people from wanting to put their kids in it, right?
No. Old school.
You don't want to agree with that because it goes to my
I
point.
went to old school. My school was like 50 years old.
Okay, you're making my point then.
I still went though.
So what was the problem then? Why we gotta go to Charlotte then?
Because I wanted to learn. Some kids don't want to learn. See, you can't use me. I'm a different case.
What?
I am.
You're a different case.
School just wasn't it for me. You know what I'm saying? I learned outside of school. I learned how to read. I learned how to take what they gave me and simplify it. A lot of parents don't teach their kids how to do that.
Make your mind up. Make your mind up. 35 people hurt them, or they don't need them because they're going home and daddy gonna teach them. Make your mind up.
I wish I could have got a chance to go to private school. I wish I could have went to a private school.
You gotta make your mind up. You gotta make your mind up.
What you mean? I'm telling you.
Either daddy
the whole
gonna
point
teach
is you have an option. All right, all that you talking about is done. All you know is you got an option to send your kids in 3 different ways to get this education. Now you may choose how you want that done. You can go charter, you can go private, or you can go public.
And what I'm saying
Whatever
is,
you choose, that's your job.
what I'm saying, it shouldn't be no option.
It gotta be an option.
It should be one joint, period.
That's like saying you gotta take a standardized test.
Because now you creating class warfare.
That's not class warfare.
What do you mean? These private schools and shit, you got this course, my nigga.
Okay.
The average motherfucker ain't doing that. They can't do it. So what are we talking about now?
Some lazy shit to me.
So now tell me what we talking about. It ain't class warfare now?
It's not.
What do you mean? You just told me the best schools are the ones that get paid for. The only way your kids can learn in America if they go to these schools that pay for vouchers and all that. What the fuck? What?
I said they learn better.
Okay, that's what I just said.
No, it wasn't. You and Doc just say that.
That's in the charter school? Is that in the charter school? Where is this at? In the charter school or the private school, right?
Yeah, charter,
right.
private, and public. And public
Oh, now it's public too now.
Yeah, but if you got 40 kids in the class, you're not teaching nobody. You babysitting. That's what you're doing.
Make your mind up.
I'm telling you that. You name one public school that ain't got that many people in it.
But you said something wrong with that. Then it ain't nothing wrong with that.
Something wrong with that. You're not teaching.
But you said you did it.
I'm not everybody. And I'm telling you, out of the 35 that was in that motherfucking classroom, 17 was there when they don't enter this semester. So you explain that to me. Where the other motherfuckers go?
They went to other schools.
I hope so.
You talking about?
I hope so. I doubt it.
They went to another school.
I saw a lot of y'all motherfuckers at the PG on. I saw a lot of y'all motherfuckers not at school. But that's it, no. Shout out to y'all. Y'all made it though. Y'all might got socially promoted. I don't know.
I just make my point is
That's
you have to reform something. It had to be the education in America, and all everything we just talked about is the reasons. And class warfare is a real problem. If you stick a white person in there, then Ray will be mad. No. But if it's black on black class warfare, if it's black on black class warfare, he cool. It ain't warfare. It's just y'all some idiots. Y'all don't work. Y'all lazy.
No.
Y'all, you know you sound like now, right? You just said.
You don't speak for me.
It was just what you just said.
No, it wasn't. I did not say that. I told you they have a choice. That's what you leaving out. All that other shit you saying is irrelevant. I said you have a choice on how your kids get educated. That's point blank. That's it. Now it's up to you to choose how you want that done. All that he talking about at the end of the day is your child. So if I want my kid to truly learn, he gonna learn. If I want the system to raise him, to take him off my hands and babysit him and all that shit he talking about, then fine. But there ain't no class shit. That's just you as a parent. Then you decide what you want to do.
I don't even understand what.
You decide how you want to raise your child. I mean,
what that got to do with the school system? is what I'm talking about.
I'm telling you.
I pay taxes, nigga. Do you pay taxes?
Yeah, I pay.
All right, so I pay taxes, right? So I expect my school system that my taxes paid the fuck for, right? To be standing there looking good and have some nice paid teachers in it.
Okay.
You don't agree with that. You expect something to be set aside. You have to pay for that and create some class warfare. That's cool with you. The way I put it might be harsh to you, but that's the facts. That's what you just said. Simple as that. I don't agree. I think you can learn in motherfucking public schools, period. It ain't nothing special going on nowhere else. Nothing. Invest in motherfucking the school. And first of all, statehood. That's the first problem we got, right? We ain't got no say-so on nothing. Real don't know half of this shit, you know? That's why half our shit ran down. We ain't got no Congress, we ain't got no senator, we ain't got none of that shit. There's no money there to do anything. Only time we get shit done, like now you got a little something getting done because Biden did that. He picked up from when Obama started. Simple as that. The Orange Demon stopped it. That's all we getting done now.
Taxation without representation.
Literally. Nothing special. You're just touching up schools around that Obama did and Biden put money to. All I was asking for. But if they don't do that, we're supposed to have a senator, a congressman to argue our problems. We don't have that, real. So therefore, we're going to have ran down schools. Libraries too. Subways. Roads. I think we got more potholes than anything in the city. In any city. Ain't no city in America got more potholes than DC.
And that's been going on for years.
Fuck out of here.
But see, that ain't only DC and Maryland too.
Nah. Potholes in DC in your driving. Your car's going up on a rack, nigga. Literally every 2 weeks.
They just now finishing doing Branch Avenue. They just got to do the top part where you go.
Now, Maryland is fixing a lot. They got a governor. They got a senator. They got a lot of shit that people get shit done, nigga. So that's why you always see their roads fine as fuck. One bump. The night is fixed, nigga. You come out the next day smooth as fuck. You ain't seen that shit happen decent. I'm going over bumps and humps and shit from the 90s. I was avoiding in the 90s in the street, nigga. Fuck out of here. We need representation, my nigga. I'm gonna give me a statehood. I'm gonna start wearing a statehood shirt up in this bitch. That's what we need. Representation, right? We can eliminate the private shit that real like. We can eliminate class warfare. We can eliminate because you got this. You can take your child there type shit. That shit out of here. Because then you ain't doing nothing special any fucking way. You know what I'm saying? It's still a building with fucking teachers in it. The fuck out of here. You doing nothing special. You ain't got no special equipment. Ain't no magic going on in there. Like, what the fuck? Some imaginary bullshit, man. Fuck out of here. I don't like that because Emory, my elementary school in DC, Northeast DC, shots on everybody went Emory. So fucked up, tore up, they turned into some other shit. I don't like shit like that, yeah. Shit's dumb to me. I can't go back to my old, I can't be like a dude to go back to the old school. You know what I'm saying? Nah, niggas do that. Go back to your old joint. Hey, what's up, everybody? No, you can't see the teachers, no old principals. Like,
they all gone. I just got off the my high school website. Ain't nobody there. It's probably like 2 people there that I know. Everybody else has just been switched over. Middle school, same way. Probably like 1 or 2 people, if it was any. I don't think anybody there. In Garrison Elementary School, shout out to Garrison.
Shouting out the elementaries. You know what I'm saying?
Garrison Elementary, uptown. I don't think ain't nobody in there that when I used to go there still there. I think everybody gone out that joint.
Oh, man. They turn them joints into some old fucking academies and all types of shit. Tearing my cities up, man. Turn my shit into some shit with it. We probably can't even live here no more. Real like it though.
They tore up Shaw Elementary School all completely.
They're gonna fuck around, take Chocolate City and turn it into straight white.
They already
Cappuccino.
doing it's already mocha latte.
You know? Real like that though. Hey, you got motherfucking what's his name? Not his name. Mary Bowser, right? She's saying she lifting everything up. I think the 21st, right?
By the 11th.
The 11th?
Anything after the 11th, which is yesterday,
it's over. She
it's
said
over.
restaurants, all that. Do you get your money? You know what I'm saying? Dog? Get your bread.
Get your tickets to the Wizards games, full capacity.
Open them doors. Let's eat, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Dog?
Wizards game, full capacity. I heard.
Let's eat. I don't want to see the Wizards. I do want to see the Wizards.
All right, so when they spike, then what?
What's gonna spike?
When DC go through the roof, then what happens?
So what? How's it gonna go? Who gives a fuck?
You don't give a fuck?
No, man.
Fucking COVID over with now, y'all. That's
That
my
shit.
rabbit right here.
That shit
COVID over.
tripping off, man.
June
Damn.
11th, baby. June 11th. Everything.
Let
back
it
up.
go.
All the clubs open and everything.
Let's get it in, Jay.
Nightclubs.
Some
and
strip
all
clubs
that.
out this joint. Open this thing up. The strippers get their money.
Stay away from Outbreak Monkey J.
You know what I'm saying? That.
You know? You pass that COVID around, you know?
Nah, not no more.
Not no more.
Oh,
The shot don't guarantee you not getting it again. So y'all know that out there.
Yeah, no.
I mean, all that shit don't matter no more. That shit is over, man.
It's over with now.
Get over that
Yeah.
shit, young.
That's what's up.
Worry about that shit. Live your life.
Yeah,
Young man, live your life. That's my song right there, too. You don't know about that, okay? You know what I'm saying? You gotta live your life. That's what mama say. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
Yeah,
know
put your mouth on it and don't pass
that. Live your life. I gotta get that song, too. That's my song.
it. Talking about the T.I. joint,
Hell no, I'm coming back.
live your life.
Young man. Mama told me.
Oh,
Real don't know nothing about that, though.
You
Come on, man. Come on, man. I tell you, my motherfucker was high. They high. That mean that motherfucker record was spinning, nigga. I got whiffing with all them old joints, full top, all that shit. I was hearing all that shit. Like, damn.
shit, like Gil Scott Heron.
Who?
Gil Scott Heron, back in the 70s, he used to have a song called Angel Dust. Them motherfuckers was jumping out the window off that.
Anything with the drugs in it.
Yeah.
They said like what was the other song? They
That's-
had a lot of those songs, Angel Dust and
That's the same guy that sung that song. That
LSD.
had that song called "The Revolution Will Not Be Televised." That's the same guy. Yep. Gil Scott Heron. Look him up. Angel Dust.
Angel Dust. That's how I go, or that's what you doing here.
That's how the song goes.
Oh, shit.
That's the actual song. Imagine you getting high and you listening to that. Your ass about to jump out the window. Get butt naked, hop in the shower, jump out the window.
That's off that, man. What them niggas use? That was that water they was jumping out the windows with, you know?
That love bubble.
Best to believe that. He was smacked off that shit, Slim. You know?
That's that parsley leaves and that goop juice.
Man. Seen niggas jump out the windows, jump out roofs. Niggas in wheelchairs now they done that dumb shit.
Got butt naked.
That's that butt naked. That Bucky naked.
Like my man Richard Pryor took the bottle of Hennessy and poured it on himself, lit himself on fire. I said, what the fuck was he thinking?
What? Oh, back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, what the fuck was he thinking?
Yeah, that was fucked up.
He said he saw a movie and he said he wanted to try it.
And then his career was just fucked after that, man. Like he fucked himself up or something. I don't know. That burn on the head joint. It was funny as shit that next stand-up he did though.
And he was
That
scarred
joint was
up.
funny as shit, yeah. But I don't know, man. He just too much.
Yeah, that was too much. He said he was watching some Chinese movie
Smoking that shit.
and they was setting each other on fire.
He used to smoke that shit too. All our motherfucking famous joints used to smoke that shit.
They say he was on the movie The Man.
Or snorted. Snorting coke was the big thing in the 80s and shit.
Yeah, that they used to snort that shit to their nose bleed.
Bleeding and all that shit.
You say no, baby. They'll be different.
Straight bleed.
Yeah, man. That
But
shit.
no. I'm just confused on Joe Budden, right? Now, we understand they didn't get the deal with Spotify. I get that, right? We already explained what we felt about that. But to take this thing where they taking it now is I don't get it, son. We got the white boy Roy talking about he's suing motherfucking Joe Budden and auditing him. Now everybody don't know what auditing means. He want to look in his books.
Want to check his records.
Meaning for what?
You get a percentage of that.
So you can get a percentage of what he already.
You might got some proof that he helped Button make it. Without him, it wouldn't have been what it was.
But see, the way Button was talking on that joint, I was listening to, he was talking about some, I did it, me, this, I pulled the weight, I put y'all two in my back, fuck you, Maul, fuck you too. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
He got proof it. He said he gonna open the books up. That ain't true.
All right, hold on. All right, hold on. All right, let me back this up. For anybody that really don't understand about Joe Budden podcast, it's 4 people, right? It's like one of them like the engineer. He don't show his face that much. He just talk. You know what I'm saying? It's a white dude. Then he got another dude on the joint. He's a white dude named Roy. And I guess I don't know what the fuck he met him at. You know what I'm saying? I guess he was in the music industry or something. I don't know. And the other dude, Maul, he used to live with him or some shit, right? You got Pox, dude, don't never show his face or nothing. But he keeps saying he making enough money.
So you mean tell me you got them two on face in the forefront and you paying Pox underground?
Like, what the fuck? This nigga feet don't even be on the joint. Like, what the fuck? I told him nothing.
Is this what you're saying?
I just don't get. Now I don't understand the Roy suing and part. That I mean, y'all can speak to that. I don't understand. Y'all can think. You know what I'm saying? Tell us what y'all think about that part. But like Rory suing him and auditing him and shit, right? But going into this, I know Joe Budden is an asshole, right? He's just an asshole, man. Just me observing him, not even really paying attention to him, but observing him. Like when he be on certain talk shows and shit like that, or when he had that little joint with Academic and shit like that, when they going back and forth over music, you know what I'm saying? It's like you get a whiff of somebody that's an asshole, you know what I'm saying? Period. This is like, it seems like somebody you just don't want to be around like that, you know? Like,
And he's shown that for some time now. From the show Love Hip Hop, from when he almost got jumped by the Migos at BET Awards.
oh yeah.
You know, Slaughterhouse only one. I'm just like, what the fuck?
I remember that when he
But he wasn't even good enough to be in Slaughterhouse, in my opinion.
exactly, he was some trash. It's like he was a basic, below average rapper. At best, I'm giving him some little something. You know what I'm saying? At best, he's like a rapper that need to be in a group. Literally, just need him and another person or something. It wasn't no person. He wasn't a rapper that's like, he can write a whole fucking album and make you just want to ride down the street with that shit. You see what I'm saying?
Then it was an episode, I remember him on the episode of Love and Hip Hop, Sin Santana, sexy motherfucking ass. Jeez. She was like, come in the bedroom with me. I'm trying to get you some of this pussy. He was like, no. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, he had issues that episode. I don't know what the fuck is wrong. He ain't want to fuck that bitch. I know that.
Man, that would have been up on top of that motherfucker.
Jeez,
All around that
bad
pussy.
as shit.
I've been all around that pussy.
I think she was fucking with Erica Mena.
Then that's when she
Oh
started
my
messing with her.
gosh, them joints was smoking together. They was extremely hot. Jesus. Whew.
Then she started messing, Erica Mena started messing with Bow Wow, and then she got pregnant twice by Safari.
Yeah.
Somehow.
You saying that?
But since that Tanner is a bad motherfucker.
Oh my gosh.
And that one episode, it was 2 episodes. He was like, he won't fuck me. I was like, shit.
Not good. Especially bad as she was, man. Jesus Christ.
I be sitting there.
But he knocked her up though, so shit.
Shit, I done knocked her up twice.
Twice.
Knock her up and then knock her up.
You married that joint?
Hell yeah. That's probably one of the only bras. It's probably like a little bit of small handful. Man, I married that one. I married that one.
They can say he married that one.
She ain't got no problem.
Yeah, she's bad as shit though.
She had no problem. She just loved fucking. And that's what I love. So
You
come on.
You have to believe that one.
We ain't gonna have no problems together. We just gonna be fucking until something happens. Shit. Till we cut the light switch off without us touching the light switch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But Joe Budden, he does come off as an asshole, and the way he was talking about Roy and Mel, it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all.
All right, so
and they can't defend themselves because they're not talking. I mean, if I was there, I'd have called up on the show and talk some shit. But you can't defend yourself if you not on, you know, you not really on the show.
But he said he's supposed to be on the show. He didn't show up. So he said he would have said it if he would have came or something. So he didn't come to the show. So
he already planned to do what he did. He's like, fuck Joe, but I'm going for the money.
And then the other
Joe
thing,
made a lot of money. He dismissed what Roy and the dude brought to the table. Like he said, he thought that he could keep doing it and it's going to be just as good without him. Yeah, for a minute, but after a while, after the stigma of everybody asking where they at and looking at the junk and see where he at, then what? Now you got to find somebody to replace him.
made so bad. He said he going on vacation, and he was still doing a podcast with the other two.
huh?
Yeah, Slim.
You said Joe Budden to go on vacation.
They supposed to be on vacation, right? That's what they supposed to be doing. Remember, they had just came back, and they was going on vacation. I'm like, man, they just came back on the joint. You know what I'm saying? They go on vacation. That what Budden say they go on vacation and shit, just to take a breather because they had to do overwork because they didn't come. See what I'm saying? But my thing is, all right, them two contribute to the podcast, right? Somewhere along the line, when they went to Spotify or whatever the fuck. I don't know when was the first time somebody approached them. I don't know if Spotify was the first time somebody ever offered them something. But let's say Spotify was the first time. I think right then and there, everybody should have been known what their position was, right? How can he negotiate? How did he go in there and negotiate and they wasn't? I'm lost completely now. I mean, he was negotiating that joint the whole time without them being no input or nothing.
Yep. They should have known that.
That's crazy too. You see what I'm saying? Like, no input. Does that mean that whole time we was watching them, they was negotiating that contract? Them two didn't know what the fuck was happening.
From what I can ascertain, they believed in him. They thought that he wouldn't fuck them. And that's just stupid. Business is business. You can't let your feelings get into it. Because Roy talk, Mal don't say nothing. So he just like, whatever goes, whichever way, he fuck. But Roy spoke up and was like, young, you didn't do all this by yourself. You know, you like to think you did. And you know what I'm saying? And he also felt like Joe would never do it to him. He wouldn't fuck him like he did. No lose. But Joe don't give a fuck. Joe believe in his head that, yeah, my number's still strong and I can't do this without them. And he don't know what he's losing just to be what you think he want to be. But I heard that's how he is though. So if they knew that, then I would have been at P's and Q's on everything. They didn't put too much face on him. I was like, look, you saw these contracts. This is how the money gonna be broke down. Especially when we start saying real money. I ain't gonna just trust you to look out for.
Nah, I mean, Joe said he's paying him.
Yeah, but I mean he's paying them adequately by what their pocket is bringing in. If we doing this, we talking just as much as you talking, and you getting 70%, and me and him splitting the other 30, or us three splitting the other 30, then that's just unfair. I don't care how much advertising you bringing in. Or if you are, and who say that they ain't just want you because Roy did. You know, Roy white, so they might figure that he can bring the right viewer there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I'm just being real with you. It ain't that Joe bringing on niggas to watch this shit. He might need some flavor. That's probably why Roy was there. To get him the in-way that way. You never know why, but
They say Warrior was behind the scenes asking people how much they was making and all this shit.
because he felt like he wasn't getting paid. And that's another issue. I should have to come to you. We tight and we doing this. I'm like, yeah, it just seemed like, you know what I'm saying, we ain't easily getting screwed with money. And you tell us the money ain't dead, and this big ass Spotify contract come up, and you turning it down, and we over here hungry, and we gonna get a piece of that. You ain't justifying it. You ain't gonna say, all right, well, what y'all we got for Spotify, I'm gonna pay y'all. That way we can keep going on. He ain't say none of that. So he good on bread, but they wasn't.
I think, my personal opinion, I think he didn't really pay him. I think he was just saying that he was paying him.
For real.
Niggas really gonna come in and get paid.
For real.
Because they wouldn't be coming there if they wasn't getting paid. Now, getting paid, they would be coming. But not getting paid, they wouldn't be coming.
You think he?
I don't think he went down. They would fuck him up.
I don't know, man.
No way.
All right, when he first started, there's no way he was getting money when he started this podcast, right?
True.
So
Once we start
I don't think they was on it though.
I don't know.
Matter of fact, I don't think they was on it. There was a girl on that joint. I think.
But you remember, he started off on Revolt or another joint.
He was on Revolt though.
He was on.
He had a
Revolt,
show on Revolt.
but he ain't.
I think he was interviewing people on that joint. And he started beefing with somebody on Revolt. Something happened there. Like everywhere he went, everything blew up behind his ass.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Everything he was doing, he was fucking it up.
Hell yeah.
From his first album, he was fucking shit up.
This right here is kind of odd, tricky to me because it's like, I don't know, you watch them one time and then they just turn. I don't get it, you know what I'm saying? Like the Spotify deal been over, y'all fucked that up, all right? You know, and y'all was still coming here after that, so why now be mad?
Because they was always mad. They just kept being professional.
This
It's
fucked
different.
up.
So, like you said, all right, we was mad about that, but you chose to go a different way. Now you take us on something paying us less than what we was gonna get for the Spotify deal. But now you want a Patreon. What that is? Now you getting money for Patreon.
Yeah.
We not getting money for Patreon.
What about YouTube money too? It's YouTube money somewhere.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's what they should. They would on that P's and Q's. That's on Roy and Mount.
But some of this shit is like small. All right.
The other thing is that Roy went on the show and he fired him. That was the other part of this shit, this whole finasco that's been going on.
Things went downhill when Roy went on the girls' podcast. Yeah. Joe Budden got some girls' podcasts too on his on the YouTube page. One of the girls used to be on Love and Hip Hop. I can't remember her name, but he went on their joint when they was on that break when they was calling themselves striking or whatever the fuck him and Molly Mall was doing. He went on their joint, and from there he saw a lot of things that they wasn't getting. Right. So that conversation came between all of them, which made him to realize that he wasn't getting what they was getting.
He started being mad. Now he's like, man, how much you get, man? You getting this?
Like
man,
the perks, they was getting perks and shit. Damn, he wasn't getting it. It's like them things. I don't even think he was doing nothing for them two.
That's on them. I'm gonna let that slide.
Like I always said, why would you sit there though? This is Joe Budden, right?
But they also treat them like they made. You would think your man would fuck you
No,
over.
we talking about 7 years. and you ain't peel off and use this to do anything like something like just Joe Budden. You gotta use all this.
Then the other thing that I was getting at, all right, y'all been knowing them for all these years. You ain't know think of all these businesses that you know that he's been in, you know, there's been shitting on all over him the way it's been doing. You don't think he's gonna shit on you? Shit.
No, you don't think he
You're supposed to think that way.
But we don't know. We don't know.
We're just gonna be animosity. If I know you gonna fuck me over, you gonna feel it on the set. You gonna feel every time I come in there. I'm like, so
If you come on there.
no, I'm just saying, like you said, they kept coming after the months after the deal went bad.
Yeah.
The tensions was already there.
You could
So
tell
they-
it just wasn't right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was already sweltering. Now they had to back away from me. Like, man, no. What's going on?
It's clear now that they wasn't even talking to them about it. So they ain't know nothing. So they ain't get to say, I want this. They ain't do nothing but sit back and wait to get the deal. They thought they was getting a deal as far as they were concerned.
And then him to throw that shade out there talking about, well, you think you all this and you go get your own shit. You saying that after his nigga that spent 7 years with you, or 5 or whatever many years, helping you build your shit up.
It gotta be with some kind of way that Rory and them can make it so you can't use my face, my likeness, none of that. Like, he throwing them all their podcasts, right?
Yeah, and then he can't.
All that nigga material got them on it, right?
Yeah, so he can't make money.
So let's say Rory say, nope, from now on you can't use my likeness or some shit. You that's your property, cool. But my face, you can't use.
my voice, you can't use.
That would eliminate almost everything on his YouTube page.
Yeah, you gotta edit all that shit though.
And Will Maul say the same thing. So that do all the time that Roy wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So that do every podcast all the way up to probably 7, number 7 when they wasn't there or some shit. You know what I'm saying? In other words, he won't have no platform. He literally won't have no platform, Slam.
But what could slip the rug up out of Joe Budden is then Maul and Roy come up with their own plan, do their own podcast.
He said he wanted to do that, so then he ain't really gonna dog him. But they didn't do that. They just stayed with him.
He said so he could really dog.
You gonna dog him if they did.
I think he was gonna dog him when they would showed up that night.
He gonna,
That when he fired him and shit.
yeah, he wouldn't do that.
If Roy, I mean,
He would have
Roy,
showed off.
that
That
fucking.
nigga would have Ari Spears that nigga. He went straight Ari Spears that nigga. Hit that nigga with 18 feet.
That was a wild shit too. He came in that nigga on top of his head.
So say,
Nobody.
That Aries shit was funny as shit, bro.
yeah, he said,
18 feet that.
That was the funniest motherfucking podcast shit right there ever, yeah. Stood on top of that nigga said, look at what? And he was like this though, so that shit was funny as shit. That's a wild
then
shit.
your man was like, well, he's a bitch. I ain't no bitch. I
Yeah.
was like, well, damn.
That shit was over the top. I'll play a little bit of sound when Joe Budden was in that joint talking to the other white dudes now. They're the only 2 left.
All inclusive, which I don't think I'll ever do again, but it was nice and convenient in some ways.
Now, this is
I
Pops
would've told
right
you.
here.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Spend the money.
I don't know. I never went to
Pops,
like
man.
a island vacation.
He be
And this is the
co-signing
first vacation
too
I've
much.
ever taken in my life where I didn't have a laptop with Pro Tools with me. So
Nice.
that part alone was amazing.
Nice.
Um,
You deserve it.
yeah, all inclusive was cool because I mean, you know, you just go get what you want when you want, but they don't have what you want.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
So I didn't know that.
Did y'all do all the stuff like zip lining and touring?
No, we went
and
snorkeling and we swam with the pigs.
it's love.
Let me get you
And
something.
then Rem made friends with a bunch of girls and
See, now he done took them 2 off. Now he really on some white stuff.
First, I didn't mean to interrupt that.
You
Shout
were-
out. It's an important
we
shout out.
here to kick it
Yeah,
today.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to good stuff.
It was
I
a few
can't-
really important details left out that
I
we'll
can't
uncover
tell
today.
which
Ooh,
one
the
is
suspense.
Joe
You're on the edge of your seat. Shout out to the day one listeners out there. We
He
here
sounds
today.
So damn proper and white.
The elephant in the room is the magical A word, you guys. Come on.
Asshole.
Come on. No. No. No.
Mm.
Come on. Give it to me. You guessed it.
Accounting?
Accounting.
That's
Accounting.
Word. It's so fun in accounting.
And all of
I
those.
took accounting classes. It sucked.
Man,
accounting,
first of all,
man.
this white boy be blowing the shit out of me, Slim. Because he co-signed this nigga and everything he say. And I thought he was going to be friends with the white dude. He tripping me out. You know what I'm saying? Rory. He don't like Rory? So Roy and the other white dude don't get together, don't like each other or something? What the fuck? He co-signed everything that Joe say is over the top, man.
You gotta remember, he gotta do that because Parks is getting paid and them two wasn't. Like, how the fuck does that work?
Go word that these brothers won't say. There's no secret to keep. I love transparency. Let's come in here and read all of the contracts. Yes. Accounting, you guys. Accounting.
Let's crunch some numbers.
All that's happening now, in my opinion, and that's I can only speak from my perspective, nasty seeds that have been planted years ago are just starting to bloom.
That's what Real said. That shit was planted. You can hear it? That shit was planted years ago. See, why are he saying this now? I don't like the way all these podcasts, they beat around the bush with shit. Because it was like, come on. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's a podcast. You're supposed to be talking. You know what I'm saying? These niggas get on that joint and talking these little codes and skipping around and shit. I don't like that shit, man. But it's not like he talking straight now. It sounds like
they just starting to come to the surface. Some of the nasty seeds.
Well, they're flowering. I think they came to the surface before, but I think the accounting
doing
word has been
something.
used on the podcast before, so you can't say that they weren't bearing some fruit previously.
So
he really turning on the white
Now
boy.
they're flowering.
Well,
and
that's the
flourishing.
thing. The accounting thing has been an issue behind the scenes for so long. For
Huh?
years.
So you gonna start
For
our report,
years.
So
Just
year one of the
On my
podcast.
mom.
Well, actually, prior to when you guys were doing ads and shit.
Get him out of that shit.
yeah.
Like you said, if he
So
press
listen,
the issue, like you said, he
I'll
ain't
tell
gonna
a
do
quick
none of that
story
old
just so we
content,
all have some
which means he ain't
context.
gonna make no money off of it. So
This podcast
can't
went
run no
on
money
for
off the
free.
replay. You gotta take it
Outside
down.
of some
Edit
bullshit
him out of it. Edit
$15,
him out of it. Ain't
$25
nothing
ads here and there for 3
on it. Just
years.
him talking in the beginning and the end.
For
Saying
3
it's free.
whole years. And then the Spotify deal popped up.
Wait,
But now that wasn't the first offer. You know, I've
Okay,
come in here and I've
okay, that's
spoken
what I
about
wanted to hear,
title
first
deals,
offer.
offers. I've spoken about offers, Barstool. I've spoken about offers, but none that you would ever really
Excellent.
consider. A few just
Barstool,
came and went.
excellent.
But we've come in here and we've discussed those things. But it wasn't until the Spotify deal.
Wow. So Spotify was really their first time really getting off of money. He said the Boston joint was like shit that ain't paying
It
out.
was bullshit.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. Usually when XM come off with offer, they'll give you an offer and see if you're gonna settle for it or if you wanna go more. And then they don't mind because XM make no book.
That's believe
I got XM in my damn car. I love it.
So he was trying to get a deal to go on that joint.
Yeah, one of the channels on there.
Yeah.
But
That be
Can I make a quick aside on that,
Please.
if you don't mind?
this is white boy right here just stressing me
Because
out.
people see us or hear you talk about, oh, we turned down $30 million and turned down $10 million from Barstool, whatever the fuck the numbers were. Who gives a fuck? To most people, and maybe some people that were in the room at the time might be thinking how and why, but they don't necessarily have the experience in doing business to understand why you might not take that.
That was well said.
Okay, carry on. Sorry.
That was well said.
And the Barstool deal wasn't nowhere near that.
Well, I don't remember what the fucking numbers were. Who gives a shit?
See, but I remember things that I shouldn't remember. And I should probably start back even further than that. We were in Detroit, me and Slaughterhouse. I told the story here too, and we were talking about a real top 50 list, like a real top 50 list. And Mike Herrard, shout out to Mike, is the person that said, damn, man, this would be a great pod. And Joe said, what's a pod? And the second that he told me what a podcast was, IP was birthed. I'm going to walk y'all through this slowly. The second that Mike Herrard, Savon, you and Alex listen to as podcasters. This is important stuff. The second that Mike Herrard uttered the words of what a podcast was.
I think this was like 2012. Right?
You always keep jumping in that joint. You hear him? White boy blowing me. It's like he must have been there all this time then.
Sure.
I don't know. He keep cutting in. Oh, you remember this part and all this shit?
Yeah.
People. Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I had,
Maybe 11.
Now, I had already
You
been
wanna take your
tinkering
glory
with
spot.
what was a podcast. We just didn't know that was a podcast. It was called This Is My Fucking Show. It was me by myself. It was me and Toto. I lived with Maul at the time. He knew what was going on. You know what's going on, right? But yeah, IP was birthed at that moment.
So he lived with
Corey, who's sitting right there, was managing me at the time.
Mhm.
And I went back home, and my first call wasn't even Corey. It was Marissa.
Yeah,
My
Marissa.
very, very,
That was the
very
girl that was
first
on the
call when I said to myself I
think
want to
she's on
do a
Love and Hip Hop.
podcast was Marissa Mendez.
Because
Shout out.
worked at
Marissa
97.
Mendez.
She worked at Hot
Shout out to
97.
Marissa. I didn't mean to interrupt that.
Oh, I
No,
remember
no,
her.
important
We
shout out.
here to kick it
Yeah,
today.
Yeah.
She worked at Hot 97, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, her.
We lived
Yeah.
together
Uh-huh. She was
with
your
Maul.
assistant for a
She was
while.
my assistant.
Yeah.
It didn't work out in that role because she fell in love, but
What?
we
Wait.
remained
What?
tight.
She fell in love. Oh, let me see this.
That was at the same time messing with Cindy.
Oh, her. Oh, I don't remember her on it. Oh, I do remember her on the pod. Yeah.
She had a personality. She was
Yeah.
hurt. We was
Mendez.
gonna kick it off. I called
Yeah.
Lottie. She was down. She called Peter Rosenberg.
Marissa
He
Mendez.
was gonna produce.
I think
this
she was
thing,
on the radio,
studio, and
97
so
or
forth and
something.
so on.
High 97.
So
Yeah.
episode 1 is Joe Budden, Marissa Mendez,
Mhm.
Peter Rosenberg,
Peter Rosenberg.
and some engineer.
Hey, man.
God is fun.
His first joint had Peter Rosenberg on it. Peter Rosenberg and Melissa. Man, he could have kept them two on there for real. What was that about? She kept them two on that bit. Especially Peter Rosenberg. He know a lot of different shit. Like, I don't know, like one thing and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he been around. He got sources.
Yeah, that too. He talk outside his motherfucking neck sometimes, but most of that shit, he be knowing different topics like wrestling. He know wrestling and shit. He know a lot of different shit.
Marissa Mendez was bad as shit.
Yeah. I ain't know Augusta used to fuck with him. That's what he's saying then, right? He said she fell in love with him.
Well, he should have just let her come in. Shit.
Yeah, now?
Funny because the first person that I had to get rid of was the first person that I called. Think about it.
Marissa Mendez.
Well, no, I think you got rid of Pete before Marissa.
There you go
Pete was
again.
never really there. See, and that's important to
Might
know
as
too.
well.
Shout out to Pete. He today himself will admit that he didn't really have all the information back then.
Mhm.
I've seen him tweet it. Shout out to him. There's no bad feeling.
Man, I'm the first time really hearing how it started. I ain't know Peter Rosenberg was on that joint. Knowing that, you should have left that alone, bro. But I don't know. It came out one of the top podcasts, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Him and Peter probably been a good. They've been going back and forth. Peter Rosenberg about certain topics. You
Peter
know what I'm saying?
Rosenberg been everywhere. Boxing, wrestling, traveling, food,
Mhm.
this, a lot of shit.
I think that he'd been better than them two dudes he had.
But then why you fire Mendez? Like, come on, man. Show you that shit.
Yes, she was. I didn't even know she was on that joint. Huh? I was thinking about the other bra from Love and Hip Hop the whole time.
You ain't talking about Sin.
The one he was fighting. I mean, him and the girl was fighting one time and shit. Roxy, that's her name. That's why. Roxy. She was fighting on Love and Hip Hop one time.
You
know what I'm talking
about?
Yeah. That's what I thought he was talking about the whole time. Marissa from Hot
So-
97, he supposed to kept her on there.
You know what? Now that I think about it, all the Jones that was fucking with her be done. Like Marissa Mendez, Sin Santana. And who's after her?
There wasn't no more of that.
Yes, it was. It was one more.
It was another joint that was in
It was a black girl.
Oh, you talking about Shorty that threw the apples at Main Man. What's Shorty name?
Yeah.
Shit, that nigga with 2 apples. Blah, blah.
She had a mental thing, but she
What
was
the
bad
fuck
as
joint
shit,
was
too.
that? What's her name? Yeah.
She was bad as shit.
God damn. She did that nigga with 2 apples ASAP, Slim. Both of them joints crowned him.
What was his name?
Damn. That was on Love Boot Camp joint.
Marriage Boot Camp.
Merge Boot Camp. What's this bitch name? Shafati? Hadi? Sahari.
Tahiri.
Man, she hit this nigga in the head with 2 apples. Bop, bop. He was like, huh?
Didn't she get? He had a baby. He knocked her up too.
I don't think so.
I know
No, he asked her to marry.
Yeah, she said no. Yeah, it
Yeah. Shit, hell no.
was like in the middle of Times Square,
Dumbass shit like that.
and
Yeah.
he proposed to her. She said no. That's embarrassing.
He proposed to somebody else too. He did a lot of that shit. He always did that shit.
Oh no. Well, all I know is the jokes that be trying to get him to smash or do this. He like no.
He told that bitch, man, I'm working. Like, man, you serious, dog?
Sis at times was like she was spread. She basically took the pussy and took the fan and just said, "Here, come get it." And he just said, "No, I'm working." What?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you where it went left with Maul, right? When Maul asked this nigga about the podcast and Joe Bud told him it's none of his business. I think it hurt his feelings and shit, right? Because he told him the podcast is none of your business. He told him just like that too. So Maul was going on for the next podcast just saying, I need respect, right? That's what he kept saying. I'm looking for respect. So to me, I think that podcast was over when once that motherfucker said we're gonna take a break. I knew that joint was over, man. Because they wasn't really talking no more. You know what I'm saying?
The chemistry wasn't there no more.
That shit was crazy as fuck.
And then, he pretty much, just left him in the dust, kicked him to the curb. But then, if you've been there for all these years, you know how he roll.
By them knowing him, they should have known they supposed to roll something down or something.
They should have known.
Just knowing how he just run out of all these places we been at. That'll tell you out, man, we gotta get our shit straight because you a fucking maniac at the end of some shit. You know what I'm saying now? So let's make sure we ain't no maniac together. You know? Just sign this.
Yeah, it's some wild shit. So, yeah, I mean,
I don't know, man. I just think the way he did it was wrong, but I don't really think overall he wrong, right? Like, I know Joe is an asshole, but I think in the overall position he got, like when them 2 niggas disappeared, would y'all put somebody else on the show?
you got to. The show must move on.
Would you do it, Ray?
Don't have guest hosts, but I wouldn't have had
Yeah, there you go.
no permanent people.
Or you talking about we would switch it up every week?
Yeah, I just guess what's in there.
That would be.
People gonna have my good friend from here. I know him from here. Yeah, he's gonna talk.
Oh yeah, so but yeah, everybody agreed just no show would have been no option.
So, like, let's say for instance,
No podcast at all is no option, right or wrong.
The money movements now.
yeah, that's like these little debate shows on these channels. We know I can't say, but these little debate shows you see and come on at 9, come on 10 o'clock, and sometimes they go on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have people that come in and out.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And, they guest hosts.
You just guess why they on vacation. Yeah.
It could be 1 person, 2 people, or 3 people.
Yeah. He didn't present it like that though.
He just said fuck them.
And he gave him an intro. That was the word. Maul said that was disrespectful to him. Not only did he put them on there, he gave them intros too. Like, what were you giving intros for? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you make an intro for them?
Yeah, he don't buy you.
That's fucked up.
But they can get him though. Like someone said, they go in there and tell all the dirt behind this shit. Really tell how he rolling and all that. That's a whole.
Now, I know they know some shit, yeah. But
a lot of shit.
I don't think they can do anything for a minute because they under contract.
No, he fired.
They can't just make a. They can't make a
He
podcast.
said, "Y'all fired. That's it. It's done."
He was on the show, and they had it was an episode on there where they were fired on the show.
For real?
Shit, saves on. They had it's on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Nah, he didn't show up, and Maul didn't show up. And he was like, man, he getting rid of Roy. Something about Roy was blowing him. Oh, Roy wanted to audit him. Roy got his lawyers. Roy white. You know what I'm saying?
They already know.
They ain't white, so they ain't.
They already told him what he can do and what he can't do. He preempted that. And that's why Joe tried to fake show out and say he fired him. The whole time,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
he got served some papers saying, yeah, you want to open a bookstore.
Yeah. Let me see what you're doing.
I ain't gonna open bookstore. You ain't got no choice. The court gonna make you open the money. And you gonna see where the money is.
That's what happened. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Roy got something stashed up where he got either a verbal agreement paper or something. He got hidden where him and which supposed to get some
No.
money.
That's what he's saying. He fired him because if you, what he's saying is, if you get the lawyers to audit me, nigga, you don't work in them. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? It's like you doing that and you think you gonna come work here too?
Yeah, I mean, push that man to that.
Yeah, once you audit him up, I don't want to make you think you still coming to the chair. So
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, yeah, that don't even make sense. The only thing he thought he was coming that night.
Like
God,
you said, that way we got plenty of shit.
fuck it.
Time, then he going on DJ Academics talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Then DJ, he had a party when the niggas got fired. He a grimy nigga too.
Yeah.
His whole Twitch joint, he
That's
got
all he do is talk about
playing.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, he making fun of them niggas getting fired and all that.
That's all he do is talk about them.
That's some sleazy shit.
Who? What did that?
No, Roy went on DJ Academics joint and was talking about it. And then DJ Academics, grimy ass, when they got fired, they was playing all happy music and shit.
Yeah.
Like, get on and all that other shit.
He one of them niggas. He probably wouldn't be on the podcast himself. He wouldn't be on that joint. That's the problem. But it's not no podcast is not no debate thing. So he going that joint with Button. They gonna be constantly Roy and Maul. Well, he could have done better than them two. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, right?
But
Because
they fit him. You can't have so many strong personalities in the one earlier. It just ain't gonna work.
I don't know, yeah. I mean, for example, they was just I don't know.
They were hype, but not hype too hype. So, I mean, it worked that because their personalities fit him. He gotta be shining.
And then another thing, Rory was always telling people. I've seen him on a podcast before. When I tell you he was on the girl with the girls, I tell you about.
Mm-hmm.
He was telling them that he do the podcast with Joe, but he don't really like podcasts. He said it just like that. I think stuff like that rubbed Joe wrong. Shit like that, like you don't really like this shit though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me either.
You just here, like
Give me my money.
that ain't good.
No,
But why would he go on there and tell them bitches that? You know what I'm saying? Like he did too. He went for about. They let him talk. He was talking for a minute. He was like, "Look, man, just sometimes I don't feel like doing that shit. I'm not into podcasts." He even said, "Man, if I wanted to, I could just do my own podcast network." He said it like that. I can do my own podcast network and put people on that joint. But I'm not into that like Joe. He said it's just like that, son.
Some people burn out. He burned out.
But he never was podcasting. They were just coming on the joint. They never actually were.
You know what? He probably expected it to be like a job where he get paid for.
He took it as I just show up here and get my money, I'll go home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was it. And Joe take that as you don't give a fuck. You see how the two things work? Like you sitting here and that person give you that type of attitude. It's like they don't really give a fuck anyway. So why ain't give a fuck about him?
That's why he got his lawyers involved because he wanted his money.
One of those podcasts, Roy was like, "Man, we can step outside." Y'all ain't see that one? Y'all ain't hear that one? It was a couple joints back. We kept telling him, yeah, we can use the hands or some shit. But he kept acting like he was playing but serious type shit.
Oh, he was serious.
Yeah.
He probably played the offense he was playing.
Exactly. That's what Joe said was like, man, that was too many times you doing too much of that. Kept telling him, you put these hands up. Man. I was like, what? You got that white boy do you like that? You know what I'm saying? We've been on live choking the white boys. Definitely going to jail.
But Button just wanted to be him. He just wanted to be about him. So there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, once a motherfucker tell him that he don't need nobody else. Like if he have another podcast and put two other people in the joint, it's the exact same amount of viewers week before. It doesn't matter to him no more at all.
But what you don't do is sit there and be like, I did this, I did that.
Yeah, he did that.
My back and fucked him too, and they don't get it.
Then he was like, I could have fucked them if I wanted to in their contracts, but I didn't. Like what?
He did. Them niggas gonna be crying. Again, it's like the whole pack thing. So I guess
he said they overpaid.
Yeah.
He said they getting more money than they supposed to, and they still mad. I mean,
you're not paying.
Yeah. You believe it's more than they supposed to.
You believe in your own hype.
Yeah, they don't believe that shit.
That's basically what you believe in his own hype.
Exactly.
They don't believe that
Well,
shit.
he always preaching you owning your shit. You know what I'm saying? But why let them two sit there and not own nothing?
So that's
We
why.
can't make him want to do it.
Remember-
No, he ain't bring it up to him or nothing.
So you remember when
It's obvious.
You remember when Charlamagne and him was supposed to do a podcast? What was it supposed to be?
Oh, some network shit. Black something.
That's
what happened to
probably
that?
That's probably why Charlamagne backed out of it. Because of this shit right here. Because Charlamagne did tell.
Both of them niggas said they was doing some shit. Ain't he want to
That's
say
why.
Charlamagne said he had some shit too.
Yeah, but Charlamagne called that nigga. He knew who he was.
Charlamagne?
Yeah, he said he was gonna fuck them shit.
He told him that he was gonna fuck.
He literally said that. You got to put the interview up. He's gonna want them, John. He said for the academics, he's like, yeah, he gonna fuck y'all. He's like, the numbers ain't changed. From my
That's
experience,
the problem,
once
yeah.
that happens, a person gonna say they don't need you. He called that shit right on point. He's like, yeah, because he's been in the business of the game a long time. When you know you can make the money without them two, you good now. You straight. So, yeah, you don't need.
That's great.
So basically, he stuck a food table stick up their ass
Right up her anus.
with the chalk on you.
What
With
is
the
that
chalk
gonna
in
happen?
it.
I mean, like I said, you got a choice in this.
That was up their anus.
Like y'all said, if y'all knew this man was grimy or he was iffy, we should dot our eyes and cross our T's. Like, all right, man,
Yeah,
I gotta look at this contract. I'm gonna have my lawyer look at it. And this is if we start making more revenue or big deals.
That's the
come
thing
up,
they didn't do.
yeah.
They didn't, for the future, like, once we do start popping, nigga, then upgrade my shit. Don't let me stay down here.
Or we as a group need to be in on business adventures that's gonna profit all of us.
Obviously, they wasn't.
Yeah.
They wasn't in on none of them.
I
Joints.
don't think neither one of them two would let that deal go.
Oh, no. They was in the room?
Yeah, they would.
Oh, fuck no.
They didn't care what benchmarks they had to reach.
Nah, fuck no.
They was gonna find a way to reach those benchmarks.
That wasn't going to be nothing else to hold us back from this signing that deal for shows, Lil.
Keep telling you, money change people.
Not no benchmark.
You gotta-
And leaving a lot of money on the table really change.
You got better on yourself
Fuck.
sometimes.
That's a good, hey, that's a good point.
Sometimes you got better on yourself.
That
But
too.
Button didn't need it.
But that's a good point.
He didn't need it.
Even if you don't get money, it can change people. That's a good point, no? Money change you, but the chance to get it and not getting it can change you too. It's crazy because obviously they felt like they supposed to have the money. And now they living without it. They don't feel good about that. You know what I'm saying? Like we living our life when we could have been better with our life right now, though. You know what I'm
You
saying?
took the deal with Spotify.
Exactly.
Now you took the deal with the other people.
And only Joe getting paid.
And
Hey,
on
what
the
is
joke
that?
getting paid.
Yeah, he don't want it yet.
And
Well,
then
Patreon work like that. Patreon is just for the person who got it.
It's basically anybody can do the
basically-
stuff he doing.
it's just basically
YouTube and
it's just
Patreon.
based off one person. Patreon.
Yeah.
You got a profile of yourself on Patreon.
Like, for example, if I'm Maul, right? Every show we do is going on my YouTube channel. I dare you say something, Joe. I smack shit out you. It's that simple. That alone, you can build your own YouTube off of that. Don't nobody know the difference of who's what. You download the shit, you probably going on his joint. They don't know what they getting it from.
And
It's the whole episode.
He can't
Who
say
gives a
nothing.
fuck?
He can't say nothing because you on it.
Yeah.
It's your shit too.
So he could have done that. Both of them could have done that and built their whole YouTube channel their damn self. And then spit off of that and made their own podcast.
There you go.
Didn't do it. Now, this is me looking in. I don't know what they tried. I don't know.
No,
It don't look like they did something like
no,
that.
they never did.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
stayed stagnant.
Or whatever they like to do. Like if Maul like what Maul like? He like whatever the fuck he do. You know what I'm saying? Do that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't do none of that. That's my thing. Don't sit there for 6 years and get mad at the end of this. You know what I'm saying? Because you shouldn't sit there like that. Like y'all should be prosperous besides this what we doing together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could be doing some shit on the side of that. Using Joe Budden name at that. I don't know. They ain't never do none of that though. They just felt like I don't know what they felt like. They just what the fuck? I would think the white boy Roy, but he admits that he not into none of this. So basically, he was just showing up, and that was the end of this shit for him. He go home. That's the end of all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So he's not really into nothing like that. So maybe that's it. Maybe thinking I just show up there. Joe got everything under control for that. You know what I'm saying? I go home and that's it. I'm not into that shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's it. You gotta be into it though, doing 6 hours a week, 2 shows, 3 hours. That's a lot. And we've been doing that. Shouts out to y'all too. Shouts out to Third Perspective. We've been doing 2 days, 2 weeks. We'll start calling 2 weeks. 2 weeks and shit, you know what I'm saying? We were doing that too. But you don't do that if you don't like it. Like, for 7 years, that's a chunk of time out of the week, no? You know what I'm saying? For 7 years and you don't like it. But when I heard him say that was odd. You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
They've been out there long?
Just the 7 years, yeah. I don't seem that long over years. For somebody that's already in the game by now, yeah, everything was going according to his plan. That Spotify was their step up, as far as I'm concerned. Now 7 years gonna turn into 10. That's gonna look bad. You'd be like, they've been doing it 10 years. That look different now. You know what I'm saying? Than with Spotify and shit. That's a different look.
And then y'all ain't get paid? Damn.
Oh, them niggas ain't there no more. They ain't never coming back. Man.
That bridge is burned.
They ain't never coming back. That joint over. That's sad because the joint is good podcast at certain times until he go into ranks and shit. And then you got to turn that shit off. He just going to personal shit a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even know what he's talking about. He's just so personal. You know what I'm saying? Just on that time when he was on the pills and shit. Them some terrible podcasts, though. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they come in that joint, seem like they got attitudes and shit. Obviously, we know why now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Get it now.
Yeah, they want their bread.
Them niggas mad because you know they do the shit in Park's house. Okay, maybe that might be more why he get more money too now. They do it in his basement.
Because the location.
Yeah, you gotta give him that. Now the equipment he using his shit too. So, and he using his voice. It's like, all right, now. yeah. I'm gonna have to make sure he paid because we need to have some spot. You know what I'm saying? Though? That's the first thing he gotta have, the spot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm surprised Joe Budden don't have a spot.
Why Joe Budden? Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Why he don't have a spot?
Why is in the bottom of what's his name? Park's house.
Why I gotta be at bottom of his house?
Why Park's house though? Budden ain't got no special little spot where we go to do our podcast. Really, Mr. Big Man?
I don't give a fuck if you got a yacht. Do podcast.
What are we doing? Yeah. Why are we in? Not Roy. Who's this nigga name? Parks. Parks though. This nigga named Parks. Why are we in Parks' house doing podcasts for 7 years? That's crazy. Now, yeah, I'm Parks. You give me more money. Yeah. No, I don't hear nothing else. You give me more money, I'll get the fuck out. One or the other. You know what I'm saying? Definitely gonna give me more money. That's 6 hours a week in my house. That's like the whole day those days for real, because you gotta get set up and shit. So all day you in my fucking house. Nah, nigga, I'm getting paid, Parks. Yeah. Parks, yeah, you supposed to get paid too. And plus he doing the shit, the engineering. So now, yeah, he should get some little money. But Roy been there since a while, so I'm thinking side by side, he the only one got a real argument here, right? Because he was there at the beginning of this shit. So it's kind of hard to tell me that I'm not involved with this, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean? He told the other nigga, this ain't your fucking business, nigga. God damn. Now that's going hard when you say, nigga, this ain't in your business. Just show up and you leave. You know what I'm saying? That's what make Maul say, fuck you, man. Fuck this shit. I ain't with this shit. You know what I'm saying?
And he ain't getting paid at all.
I don't know. They gotta be getting something.
I don't think so. Because he told him.
They said just now that they be doing it, everybody was doing it for free. Until the Spotify did. So he said they was making money off just when somebody paying for a sponsor for the time, you know what I'm saying, or ads and shit. That's what they was getting their money. That was it. So the only time they got some money time, nigga, was the Spotify.
You turned that down. And you think I would have been mad. We did this shit 5 years straight.
I've been mad. Shit, I'm sorry.
Hey, 5 years straight. We've been grinding, eating these pennies. Yeah. We get some real money thrown at us.
Yes. That's what the whole grind was for.
And then you turn it
this
down.
This money we about to get down, you know what I'm saying?
You turn it down just because.
This is because the owning part.
But But you can your name just because it's Joe Budden
Joe
podcast.
Budden, like, who cares?
About to say you can name it something else.
That's the craziest shit.
The Brothers Trio podcast.
Anything.
Thing.
So then after that, he took the deal with Patreon and Cash App.
They cashed out.
Cashed out.
On their ass.
Exclusively.
I had to get that shit. Yeah.
Cashed out on their ass.
Exclusively though.
Yeah, we've been waiting.
What I mean,
No, the other white boy's getting paid. That one and the other white boy.
yeah, Pop and him.
It's a lawyer dude that he talked to too to be on these joints. I guess that's his accountant or something. So those two white boys definitely getting their money. And him. Of course, Joey getting money.
No, we had to get it.
But the two on the podcast, out of all people, you don't want to make sure we good though, y'all. See, I'm on their side, and I'm kind of on Joe's side too. It's kind of hard. I'm in the middle.
They be too nice about it. I would did that shit on the podcast. I done told you.
It's like, I would have came. Why them niggas ain't come on that joint?
I came in that day and was like, all right, Joe, we got to talk. Hold up, Joe. Let's talk.
Especially Maul. If you supposed to be so, like you think you is, you supposed to be the main one to come on in. Hey, Joe, what's up, man? What the fuck you talking about right now?
Yeah, you turn down this money, man.
Oh.
How many people we getting paid out here, nigga?
Yeah, first of all, how much you pay us then, nigga? All right, what are the stamps to that? Show us that, nigga. I'll be in that joint like, show us. You know what I'm saying? Don't just say shit, dog. You ain't give us nothing, nigga. And you turned down that deal without us knowing nothing. Now, what you were saying again? That's how I'll be in there. You know what I'm saying?
So justify why you turned the deal down when there was life-changing money for us.
Yeah, that's the part that everybody misses.
Explain this, Joe, in front of our live studio audience. You know what I'm saying? Hey, all these people out there, y'all see this, right?
Exactly. And to me, all the time that they put in was the benefit of that deal now. That's why you put in all the work. He said they did it free. Unless they got some ads and they split that, you know what I'm saying? Or the sponsorships. Other than that, they was doing it free. So that's like that was 2 years ago. So they went 5 straight years, right? Off of just coming, meeting here, and doing the podcast, right? That 6th year, somebody offering you something. Now, to me, that's what all that hard work was the 5 years. If you turn that down, you put all that now down the drain.
We were in the year. I see we put some tension on the stat.
Now we starting to feel really what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
I've been hot. I looked at your ass like, man, what the fuck, man? Man, that's $3 million in my motherfucker.
Something
every day, dog.
I do on the side understand how Joe had to continue with the show, but the grimy way he did it was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I would have done the show too. I probably had my mother on there. Everybody would have just came on that joint one week. You know what I'm saying? I would just a special shit the following week. Probably had my kids on the joint. You know what I'm saying? Just some old shit where everybody, the audience know I'm bullshitting time. You know what I'm saying? But he bullshit time by putting people in place, like just the new show type place. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't do that, though. So Maul was disrespected on that. Both of them was disrespected on that. That was disrespectful on that. But I do agree with you with continue with the show. I do agree with that. You got to keep going because they had a lot of sponsors and all that shit. So I get that. I know Roy and them get that too. But Maul,
but they feel like that them stepping off should have been him. All right, we're gonna take a day or two.
They can take he can take a fucking week though when he want.
Yeah, I'm about to say we're gonna take these few days off.
They can make that week up
and get down to the bottom of why y'all is my man.
With that sponsor, you know what I'm saying? He could have made that.
And don't tell me, oh yeah, you don't got nothing to do with this podcast. Don't say no shit like that.
On the air.
Yeah, I didn't just start here with headphones.
On the air, yeah.
Like, yo, hold up.
It's none. No, he said none of your business.
So let's say for instance, our podcast, right?
Jesus.
Take our podcast for instance.
Third perspective.
We was out for about 3 weeks, whole month of March or 4 weeks.
He was out?
Yeah, because we had me and Real had called COVID.
It was 2. Oh yeah, it was 3 weeks. Yeah, we was out for. Yeah. Now I remember. Yeah, we was out.
We was out for a minute.
Hell yeah.
And say for instance, we had sponsors, right? And I know I was still willing to do it, sit at home.
He did try that shit. Remember he was on the joint?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he tried to do that joint in the hospital bed one time. Remember?
I was trying to do one at the hospital bed. I was dedicated, man.
Nah, y'all ain't want to see Jerry no shirt on.
Hey, I'm man's in the hospital bed, Slim. And still was on the podcast trying to do the podcast, Slim. The motherfucking nurse had to be telling niggas something. She was telling you something like, no, you can't do this. You gotta relax or something, yeah. I was like, damn, Slim. We couldn't put him on that joint, had him stressing all the tools and shit, everything. We go, whole time we doing podcasts.
And I had my little nightgown. Yeah.
That been wild as shit.
With
Nigga
my
was
back
on
out.
for podcast in the hospital and shit.
Like,
Yeah, we was
Jay,
out
what you
for
doing?
about a month though.
Like, Jay, what are you doing?
We was out for a month.
Yeah, we was out for a minute, man. I'm still dedicated. I'm still trying to get on the podcast.
Right.
The only thing I kept hearing was fucking reruns of fucking Fox News.
I was gonna
Of my neighbor. He was watching Fox News. I was like, turn that
get rid of it.
lying ass shit off. Me personally, fucking Fox News.
I mean, the only thing that came down to him was ownership, his name. You know what I'm saying? It just came down to he wanted to be in control of everything, right?
Yeah.
So, and he don't want the companies to control the name of the podcast. That's his problem. Like, I don't know. I guess you take that to your grave with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But because I don't know how much money you can collect. He losing money to me. Like Complex. Every way he burnt down shit and he don't get Spotify. It's like, that don't look good business to me. You know what I'm saying? Like to me from
And
the
then
outside.
other sponsors and
Shit.
other people might look at that and might say, nah, it might not be, it might not fuck with him because of his past business
Exactly.
inquiries, you know.
Exactly. But I get what he's saying about owning your shit. I get it. That's why I always tell y'all about what's that, VH1 and all that shit. That's what I be saying about them motherfuckers. They got all these black shows and shit.
That's Viacom. They owned by Viacom. Viacom owns damn everything. They own Nickelodeon, VH1, BT,
Mm-hmm.
MTV, Cartoon Network. Who else?
Anything motherfuckers watching basically and shit.
Yeah, they would not own everything. Damn near everything. If it's not them, with Paramount.
Oh
and,
yeah, Paramount.
and
Paramount used to be shit back in the day. Back in the day.
Yeah,
But that's why I get
Paramount
shots out to Zeus and shit. Zeus Network. Because they give black people opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to produce, write their own shit. Shit that VH1 don't let you do. Shit that not VH1 and Bravo.
And
they getting paid off all these
Oxygen.
black shows. Off great.
is it Oxygen?
Oxygen got some too. All these reality show networks got to have black shows to lead their networks, or their networks ain't gonna be shit. Like you gonna have Love and Hip Hop leading the whole network, you know what I'm saying? Or it's a Braxton Family and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? On We. All that shit is black people, you know what I'm saying? But they don't own nothing. They just showing up like Maul and Roy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So to me, like Zeus, when they get opportunities to motherfuckers, I like that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was trying to figure out, first of all, who started Zeus, who owns Zeus, who the founder of this shit, right? Now, like you said, it's $4.99, it's $50 a month, right? For real one, how much that shit was.
$3 a month.
Yeah.
Is it $49.99?
Huh?
Is it $49.99?
$4.99.
Oh, $5 a month.
$50 a year.
$50. Oh,
$3 a year.
oh, I see what you're saying. The annual pay is $50 a year.
Yeah.
$49.99 a month.
Now,
I see what you said. I said, whoa.
it's few people that started this joint, right? Now, it surprised me there was a white girl. One of them was white. But then again, it's not surprising.
You gotta have one of them.
For some reason they always do. Somewhere in there.
Head of the curve, though.
Somewhere they always. It's their plug. When all these people we have these like Joe Budden, the white person is the plug. You know what I'm saying? They get into all these doors and then they pull out on the people they're talking to. Oh no, we talking about this black man right here. You know what I'm saying? All the time, but we ain't here now and shit. It's too late, you know? But before that, black people are not even in the door yet. So you use them to get us in the door. So I like that. You know what I'm saying? But from left to right, you got first man, what's his name? D Storm Power. You remember that? You do? Real? No, real though. D Storm Power. You got King Beach and Amanda Kearney.
Oh, them more
One of them.
content creators.
Exactly, yeah. All of them. Every single one of them. Content creator. One of them is the girl is she used to be a model, Playboy model. Her name Amanda. Now the producer of the whole joint is the male plumber. Now he produced the whole thing, right? So you got producers, you got the owners, and they call them the founders. D Storm, which is a YouTube personality. D Storm, shouts out D Storm. I don't know you, dog, but I know you got something going on here. I like. You know what I'm saying? You got D Storm, King Batch. I think his name Batch.
King Batch.
Yeah, I
King
think he's
Batch.
another YouTuber, right?
Yeah, he was on he did something, Janet Jackson.
Janet
He
Jackson.
with the dude dressed like a chick.
That's the dark skin dude.
I think
No, dark skin dude is D Storm. Batch is the
Yeah.
light skin.
Over
He
there.
ain't like light skin. He like brown.
The producer in the middle, and Batch, you talking about on the left side, right? Batch. This Storm right here.
Yeah, Storm the dark skin.
This Amanda. Amanda up top.
But they shit corny. I mean, he played on all the black stereotypes. That shit right.
So they basically like YouTubers?
Yeah, they do like the skits and shit.
Oh, them kind of YouTubers.
Yeah, they the skit niggas.
Oh, for
But they
real?
do like the black cliche. He's like, why the black man has
Little
so many
skits. I know what you're talking
women.
about.
Yeah, them Josh be saying. If you go through Facebook, you'll see it. Or
Oh,
Yeah,
these niggas.
YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Well,
got
Batch
you.
be in the commercials and shit. He do Sprite.
I think he's more famous. Yeah, I think he do got some acting
They say
spots. I
Soul to
seen him.
Soul. He used to do on the jump before YouTube got big. He was one of the platforms.
He on a movie, ain't he? He on
What's
Soul
he on?
Plane?
He on a couple movies.
I seen his face somewhere.
He was on Meet the Blacks,
Okay.
He trying.
He was on Meet the Blacks?
50 Shades of Black.
I don't remember. I
Yeah,
don't even
all
think I
the
seen
shit.
it.
Anything that's spoof, he do that. That's his skit.
Yeah, that's
Ah.
his thing. That's cool.
But he's still corny.
He more like a comedian type, funny type dude. Not comedian, but
yeah. I don't think he's
comedy
stand-up.
actor.
Yeah, he want that.
Yeah.
But he only do black stereotypes. So I didn't even think about
but they YouTubers, straight YouTubers.
that. Well, they did something before YouTube. It was one of them sites. It was like YouTube before YouTube.
I got you. Oh,
I forgot the name of it. I saw something more than the other day.
Deep
And
Power.
Vine. He was a Vine nigga. That's what-
Vine.
Yeah, he was on Vine. And then when YouTube came out, he blew up on that. He used to do
Yeah, Vine was before
YouTube.
TikTok.
Yeah, so he used to do Vine.
Yeah, he say from Virginia too. Arlington, Virginia.
A couple of them from VJ. Light skinned niggas too.
So he a rapper too. Everybody a rapper. and shit. Everybody a rapper. But what's her name? The actor? I mean, the model. I've never seen her before. I don't know where I've seen her. I ain't never seen her before. No, but they say she's a Playboy model in the 90s, I think. How she get involved in this is funny as fuck. Maybe she do YouTube shit too then.
Yeah, a lot of them do that. And I don't know why all of them who make content don't just like make their own little network and do that shit that way.
Again, that comes to
Yeah,
people want
Post it on
to
YouTube.
be their own. Like Joe Budden shit. Like people don't want to.
Branch off and do that.
Like, yeah.
Because there's a lot of them that's really good, but they don't get the opportunity.
Like if they start their own little YouTube channel,
Yeah,
But-
they clean up.
they don't want to do that because everybody want to have their own.
I don't have money for it. Some of them get paid a lot. Some of them don't get paid. Some of them put other people on. Some people don't.
Yeah, once you build a YouTube platform, you can start putting people on that
Yeah,
right
yeah. They shit is like big.
off the break. But this combo is funny as fuck. So to me, I think the YouTube thing is what connect all of them. Cause I know she do the modeling, so she doing other shit. And I know the rest of them I seen Main Man acting. So the YouTube is what got these four together. Now,
I was reading something just now. So, okay, I'm looking up on Instagram right now, right? Little male plumber. So back in February,
He the producer.
right. So back in February, they sent VH1 sent a cease and desist to Zeus, complaining that Zeus is taking away their stars.
I like this. I like this though.
You see it?
I like this.
Check it out.
I like this. Wanna know why though? Wanna know why? All right, let's take Jocelyn for example. We just talked about her the other day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's take Jocelyn for example, right?
I thought she was moving her shit back to somewhere.
Huh?
I thought she was moving her shit.
It's on Zeus.
Nah, she can't because that's her own shit now.
Exactly. Now
She runs it.
she been this show she have now. She been trying to get this thing on all networks. She been pushing this shit for 5 years. Zeus puts the joint on. What that does now gives her a platform, right, to do her show. So what happens after that? We calls it now. It's on We now. The show she got with the strippers. Y'all seen that joint yet?
Yeah.
That joint. Hey, watch that joint, real. It's very funny. Real don't watch no reality show. I keep remember. Keep getting. When we gonna start having a segment for reality show.
I just checked it out, you know, for.
I was thinking. I looked through it over for that too, yeah. And then I watched a couple episodes. So she got something here, though. To be honest with you, because there's no shows out there looking into the strippers world. You know what I'm saying? And this joint right here is you can't get no deeper in the stripper world on TV, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I give her credit for that and producing this, you know. And then like she was telling Wendy, man, give me my flowers, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta give her credit and Zeus credit for partnering with like her, Ray J. Ray J producing half of the shows they got on there. You see what I'm saying?
And VH1
would not let them do that.
Would not let them do that.
Now you get what I'm saying? Like you got Ray J, you put him on your show, yeah, that's cool. You don't love hip hop, right? But Ray J is an asset, man. He been in this industry forever. He been on sitcoms. He's like natural to him. You know what I'm saying? You can't let him just leave. So what he do? He go to Zeus. They let him produce all type of shit he want to produce. And you think he can't produce some funny or some good shit? He been in reality shit forever. You know what I'm saying? He know what's gonna make a motherfucker want to watch. You know what I'm saying? His first joint he got now is what's his name? Chance. He producing the joint with Chance on the Zeus. Where Chance be, you know, he do the dating thing. Yeah. He got that joint.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Like
he got
for Ray J and
one of those joints.
I love New York. Yeah.
Exactly. And him and Jocelyn on that. Him and Jocelyn, they hosting that. So what I'm saying is, you slowly seeing them and the company Zeus blow together. You know what I'm saying? Like all of them going to Zeus put Zeus on the map.
And VH1 had a problem with that
because they're all their retreads that they're sitting back waiting for them to call to come on in. You know what I'm saying? When sometimes they might not call, sometimes they do, you know what I'm saying? Or they don't. They switch up seasons. You don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But as Ray J got a permanent spot on LA. Los Angeles? LA, one of them joints. He on one of the hip hops. But his joint kind of permanent.
Love hip hop.
Love hip hop Hollywood. Hollywood, yeah. And on that joint, they could have gave him more room to do a spinoff or whatever the fuck, produce what you want. Man. You know what I'm saying?
They choose not to.
Exactly. VH1, you got Bravo, you got you got all these motherfuckers.
And that's because they got the bigger company looking off of them, and that's Viacom.
Exactly. But Zeus don't have nothing like that. So
Viacom is up here. So their umbrella of TV shows come down as beloved. And that's not only VH1, BET. They also got Nickelodeon. They got Comedy Central. They got fucking Cartoon Network.
So the same person owning all that
shit out there. Yeah, a lot of shit out
there. That's true.
They own a lot of shit. If they want to make a Viacom land, they could do it. I'm talking about like a theme park with different shit going on over there. They got so much TV power, they don't make no sense.
That's true.
That's why BET. That's why BET is not BET no more.
You can make the case for Zeus doing everything I'm telling you BET should be doing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Like, why would BET not have Ray J on that? Not have the Puerto Rican princess producing shows that they want produced? Come on here and do it.
They want the elegant Tyler Perry.
It's ridiculous.
And they got all Tyler Perry shows on there.
Black China, another one on the channel on our Zeus station. Got 2 shows. She produced one. You see what I'm saying? You turning these black people, not in just people just showing up to VH1 and letting them record them and getting paid off their face, their work they've been doing. That's how VH1 get paid. They get these people on there and let them blow up their channel. Really. You get all the rappers on that joint people know back in the day and put them on there and get into their love life. You know what I'm saying? To me, Zeus is kind of like the alternative. If somebody put some money in it, we might have something going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll never get the Viacom type shit, type bread. But somewhere near where you can span some of these things Ray J doing, you know what I'm saying? Or Charlotte, Puerto Rican princess. This bitch been on reality shows forever. They know this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, out of all people, these should be the people at the forefront. These black people. Nene Leakes should go on that joint some kind of way.
And I think she might be on this.
She should be
soon.
headed to this shit. All these people should head to this joint. And because Bravo fucked her.
Because she left Bravo.
All that money she brought Bravo, they fucked her. See what I'm saying? Won't let her do shit, spinoffs, produce, none of that.
And that's what she wanted to do. She
come on, man.
She didn't want to be stuck at the
just
same
stuck
level.
Showing up, you record me.
You know.
Like, no, nigga, I want to do some shit myself.
That's why she left.
Now you see what I'm saying? And she wasn't go to Zeus. That'd be smart on her part, because she can go do her own thing there.
And you know who I think gonna be next? I think Candy gonna be
next. Candy.
From Escape. That's on.
You think she gonna go to Zeus?
No, I think she gonna leave.
Oh, leave the show.
I think she gonna be next to leave, because she been there forever too.
Yeah, for about 12. Yeah, the whole time.
So like, if she ever decides she want to produce or something, they say no, she gonna be gone.
That's what I'm saying. It gets to a point where the person you just come record me is like, I want to do something else now. You know what I'm saying?
Porsha, right there, we got it on the screen. Same way. She'll leave soon. She been on there forever.
She's a slizzit. She got engaged with the co-host of the joint, ex-husband, last week.
Who?
Porsha.
On Atlanta joint?
Yeah. There's a girl on there that got divorced on there last year. That dude she divorced, Shorty is engaged to now. Porsha wins.
Is that the show? You ain't talking about Kendra.
No, not Kendra. No, I know you're talking about. No. The newest bitch that was on there. Had the husband, they was getting divorced and shit.
They should start calling this the Real Housewives of Benning Road.
Benning Road. Yeah, Nene Lee should hit over that joint for sure. I fuck with Nene.
And bring that back up on YouTube.
What?
Real Housewives of Benning Road.
I seen that bullshit. For sure.
That shit. Wow, shit. But,
now, Shorty posted some shit saying their relationship began a month ago. That's just crazy. But people fall in love with who they fall in love with. Really? Really? Fuck out of here. But yeah, that was last week.
That kind of messed up the code.
I'm about to ask you, is that a code or something for that shit? You can't do that, can you? Fuck around with her.
I wouldn't do it.
But she tweeted that we weren't really close friends. Hey, she had to say we were real close. We just friends. Like friends like what?
Stick his dick in a
And how would you get engaged, bitch? Like, you know, you get engaged to this nigga?
Yeah. I wonder what Ricky Smiley's think about this.
I think her, Nene Leakes, and Candy should go there and make some spin-offs for them. They all should leave. All right, this is what they should do. When everybody contract up, y'all listen to me? Everybody on Love Hip Hop, get together, like a union type shit. Get together, flow the motherfucking Zeus Network. Fuck, have VH1 and all them stuck for a year trying to find people. You know what I'm saying? By that time, everybody don't move to Zeus. They ain't think about their ass no more. You know what I'm saying? Now everything on there. You know what I'm saying? They even got remember the joints back in the day with the girls in the house? They got that on there now. The Bad Girls Club.
Bad Girls Club.
They got that on there. All the girls on there got their shows they produce.
But see,
And that's Oxygen, and that's Oxygen's Bad Girls Club too. So Oxygen, VH1.
Oh yeah, they took it off there. Yeah.
Beat.
They changed the name though. They called it Baddies.
Yep.
Baddies. Yeah.
Baddies,
All them in there. Rocky in there. She from DC too. That's my baby. She's nice. All the bras still in there.
They got the big girl on there. They
Who?
got,
hold on, but they leave VH1. They leaving a lot of money.
Listen, I mean, you taking a chance on that?
Now,
But
leaving money, and
you can't tell me Jocelyn ain't getting some nice money for producing
Not yet.
and being on a show on Zeus Network.
Nah, not compared to what she.
You
was
getting
trying
some
to
type
do.
of money.
Only when she getting there, she get to control her own shit. But you leaving money because VH1 gonna pay you really well. and
Yeah.
It's gonna take a while for you to get.
For
that
they
money.
can pay that, yeah. So I
You
said
know you just going because you want it.
you need a backer for that, yeah.
Yeah,
and that's
But
why,
like-
and that's why we are trying to. That's why we was like, okay, we'll make a deal with you. We'll start.
That's why
streaming-
what's the name on it?
We'll start streaming your show.
Yeah.
Oxygen, VH1 could fall in line with that.
Exactly. That's different than them going through VH1 and have to get on knees basically. Now they come in a different way. You feel me now?
Right.
They come in a different
So-
angle with their they still gotta use you,
So now,
but now they gotta pay you.
So now the white man is going down on their knees on the zoo.
You gotta treat them like
Get
equal
them.
now, yeah. Like she coming in with Jocelyn and Cabaret now, you're gonna have to look at her different. You know what I'm saying? She bring that to your station now. You see what I'm saying?
And for
now
them-
we picked it up though. So.
And for them to have a cease and desist letter to them to stop bringing stars to
That don't make no sense.
It doesn't make sense because
You're letting them go.
They under contract. After they finish with you,
Exactly.
your contract expires.
They can do the fuck they want.
They do the fuck you want to do. So you can't cease and desist shit. For real.
Nah, what it was, they see the writing on the wall of this. What these people are trying to do. You feel me? And they know it's the heart of their channel.
But
If
at the
everybody
s-
black was lead these
at the s-
stations,
at
this
the
shit is
same
over.
at the same time, they doing this, right? They don't even have to have a group of people to do a group of things. Like, the Bad Girls Club just here. You got all the old cast members here. You can have some of them on a show that's similar to Real Housewives. Or you can have some show
Yeah.
similar to this.
Basically, what we've been saying about
They could crisscross
Everybody, yeah.
platforms for it.
it's crazy. But now the black person is so involved that you got to put money in his pocket as he coming through now. You see what I'm saying? You can't just say, "Oh, wait out there," or come in, or stay there. No, now you got to put money in the pocket, nigga. Jocelyn you got to put money in her purse as she come in there. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That I like that. It gives them ownership and give them more control of things. Something that everybody been whining about. You know what I'm saying? With me,
With Nene Lynx, if she was
man, she was to go there. That'd be a big move.
if she was to jump in Zeus
That'd be a big move right there.
and have her own shit,
Because she more
she
naturally
wouldn't
known.
even have to have a jump that similar to what she was doing. She could have a show for cougars or something. You know what I'm saying?
She more nationally known than almost all the reality stars. Jocelyn up there now, but Nene is more known worldwide easily. If she wasn't going this joint, that'd be a big deal.
I'm gonna put Nene and Jocelyn on first tier.
Yeah. For
They're on first tier.
sure. Her and Young in Atlanta, what's her name? With the used to play for what's her name?
Candy.
Yeah, Candy.
first
Yeah.
tier. She also doing her own thing anyway. She doing stage plays and shit like that.
She got
That's
Dungeon
what-
too, the little whore.
That's why I
She got
said.
Dungeon in her joints.
That's
man.
why I said. That's why I said if she was to just up and lead Real Housewives, she can and do her own shit on Zoo.
My baby Drea on that. You don't remember Drea used to be on Basketball House?
Oh yeah,
That's
Dre-
my baby. I love you, Drea. Come back.
Dre
She
was
on the
fine.
joint. She producing her own show on there. So I like this shit, man. They do have some white people on some of these shows. Don't what's the name?
Of course.
You know,
Ain't no sex.
but the channel itself is more. It's a black station, so I like it, man. I really like that. I like Zeus.
Because
There's a joint on YouTube that show you the whole thing, but that's just between me and you.
I'm be honest with you, because what turns me off on BET is because like shows they got like it's starting to be light. It's not BET no more.
Like for example, if you was to take Zeus off and put BET, right on this, just on this, everything that's happening here, that fits black entertainment.
Exactly.
What they doing now, we don't know.
I don't know. What
This is black entertainment.
How you feel?
Zeus is black entertainment.
BG Black Entertainment.
Shit. It's called black entertainment, yeah.
Yeah, they got all the top person.
him and kept his ass in the basement.
That's TV right there.
Right, yeah. But overall, it was pretty good. So, you know, shit like you'll watch it, it'll turn on one day, and then they'll walk into a room, bitch over here in the cut, giving him the nigga head on top of the washing machine. Somebody over there getting bent over on the corner over here. Then you got somebody over here on the table snorting that junk.
That's in what's that?
Or FX.
FX. She can do all that shit on her joint if she wanted to.
Who?
Oprah.
No,
Oprah can do that shit.
no.
Nah, she ain't gonna do that.
No. She panders to a certain audience. If you're not upscale black woman
There it is.
or upscale
white.
Anglo-Saxon, Oprah don't mess with you. And y'all don't call on that BS either.
Or the white person that's intrigued by black
Yeah.
experience.
But like I said, y'all don't call on that. And
You said white person.
That's how most of them be. They just want to see the life out of there. It's
You know,
intrigued by
she
that
show
shit.
you what her loyalties are. It ain't with her race. It's just whatever. So
I mean, she's a billionaire, right? Ain't she a billionaire?
allegedly.
So Oprah ain't a billionaire?
I don't know. Did she open her books up? I don't know. I gotta see it. You know?
She's supposed to be, but
So if she a billionaire, why have a channel without doing the? How black are you, Oprah?
Well, she black female. It ain't black. So she'll do shit for black female.
but you know what's her name show about to come off?
She wouldn't even put roots on that shit.
My Life with Naya, her show about to come off. You know what I'm talking about?
Life of Naya?
She did this episode with DMX one time with his son.
You said about to come off.
Fix My Life with Alana.
Yeah, Fix
Oh.
My Life Alone. She about to come off. Did she get too old? That's why she's coming off. I think she had enough.
Basically.
Ellen coming off after 19 years. There's a couple people that, you know, had enough.
I mean, you do it for such a long time. The same shit.
But
Yeah.
but the person that was crazy is that what's his name? Steve Harvey show. He had a show on there on Fox or something. And one day they just said no more. And then just cut him off just like that. He ain't no warning or none of that shit. So like 2 weeks later, he had to end the show. A few weeks later, he had to end the show. But compared to that, and then they replaced him with what's her name? The singer from American Idol. Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah.
Yeah, they replaced her with Kelly Clarkson. So you know what, you know.
But Steve Harvey, what credentials he had to even be having a show like that? He always trying to help people. Like he got
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Relationships
what the fuck
and
you
all
ever
that
been at?
shit.
What do you ever do? All I'm known for is comedy and acting. And you wise and all
Yeah,
that.
he switched it up with the calling himself, I guess, preaching to people now.
Yeah.
The guru or something.
Yeah, like you Dr. Phil or something.
Yeah.
Dr. Phil can say he a fucking doctor. You can't even say that, Steve Harvey. You giving advice like you this.
Yeah.
See, that's what's wrong with you women. I mean, since he wrote that book.
Oh, Think Like a Man.
Yeah, he wrote that book. He just knew who he was talking about. And people like Rabbit gassed him up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this black man know what you talking about right there. He sound like he a country buffoon.
That
City boy got beat by a country buffoon.
Who?
That is.
Country buffoon. I like this man.
Don't say you say he got beat by who?
Oh no, he beat the city slickers. You know, the people of the city think they so smart. Yeah, the country people get over them.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
I'm gonna say they call them country dumb. They don't know these country people gonna get on you.
Country
Get over
bunkers.
you. Yeah. I was like, nah, I ain't never like Steve Harvey. Even this show was iffy. I ain't watch it because of him. I watch it because of the beat and Cedric. That's it. You know?
Want to become famous? By followers and viewers.
You know? Man, my thing is, what y'all think about Tebow coming back to NFL, man?
What happened to Kaepernick?
Tim Tebow.
What happened to Kaepernick?
You want to play tight end? There you
Who?
go.
Who gonna play something?
He gonna play tight end.
Oh, Tebow.
Yeah. He couldn't play quarterback. He was trash.
Yeah,
He
But
beat the
that's
Steelers. He put the Steelers out the playoffs.
it's trash.
But I don't even feel no way about it. If they want to waste their roster slot and they money on Tim Tebow, then that's on them.
Tim Tebow.
But it's kind of funny though. They asked him to change the position like 8 years ago. Dumbass didn't do it. Like if you did it then, you still might have still been playing.
Yep.
You didn't want to change it then. Why you want to change it then?
They actually at that time they wanted him to be a tight end wide receiver.
Yeah. I'm like the Jaguars ain't winning no Super Bowl this year. Maybe in 3 or 4 years. You gonna wait that 3
No
or 4 years
bullshit.
out? They at the bottom. They don't care who they got.
But you know they got what's the name coaching that joint now?
Yeah.
Myers.
But he gonna learn it's different from college to NFL.
So that could be a reason why he did.
Yeah, Myers was his
His coach, yeah.
coach.
Well, it's nepotism all the way. Yeah, he hooked him up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I'm like, what's the point?
For sure.
Oh, you got hooked up, but
But here's my butt. My butt is call Tim Tebow.
I think this might be a Battle J joint right here, though.
You call Tim
I
Tebow.
think so.
But what about Kaepernick?
You can't be serious.
a football, NFL football game. If he want to go to the Canada League or any one of them other leagues, they'll take him. But he will never play another down in the NFL league. He know that. He knew that a long time ago. So that's on him. And he quiet about it. He know it's done. It's been done. Why would they call him now? They don't want him back in the league.
PR stunt.
They would never do that. They would have had the shame of him not being there and say, oh yeah, we caved down and we realized that he had a rally point. And
They
all
did
that.
say that.
They did say that, but he still ain't there, right?
Exactly. So what's going on here? We got this guy here, and shit, they had brought back Mark Sanchez butt fumbling ass before he brought Kaepernick back.
Contradicting to what
Now-
I said,
Huh?
it wasn't because of his gameplay that he didn't get a team. They literally blackballed him. Rabbit always said he played bad and all this other stuff. It wasn't just that.
Nah, he led him to the Super Bowl.
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about right now. You can't tell me that out of the 90 to 80 quarterbacks in the NFL, he ain't better than at least the last 10 of them.
No, he's not.
See, you know, Rabbit believe he ain't got a job because
He's
can't
not.
play.
He's not.
And that's,
Like
that's my point
the
right
two top quarterbacks they drafted this year better than him. Like the quarterback we drafted better than him.
there. Okay.
Like these are rookies.
What about the backups?
Like come on, man.
So you mean to tell me he ain't better than Tyler Heineke, who played with the Redskins?
He's in trash.
Okay then.
Hey,
He
but the
ain't
Redskins
better than
fans
him,
like him though. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Because his mechanics is there.
They
That's
like
why.
him.
They like him. Okay.
They like him because
They ain't gonna win nothing with him, but
Okay.
They like him because his mechanics is there. But the whole NFC East was shit anyway.
Tebow ain't gonna. I mean, out of all the people that come in the NFL, this the only one. If he would came back as quarterback, I had an issue.
Yeah, he came in.
The tight end shit is just. But I think it's a back door for the quarterback shit because his coach from back in the day know how to sneak him in.
What? Throw some
You remember one of those years he played with a quarterback? They both played on the same downs. I mean, one down, then he came in and played one down, some shit like that. They
That
was
was
playing.
when he was playing the Jets. And he was
No, I'm
playing,
talking college. In college, it was another quarterback there. They was playing together.
they was the Florida Gators.
Yeah.
And they won 2 years.
What was that?
They won back-to-back championships
It
too.
was somebody.
Matter of fact, the same year they won back-to-back championships, the basketball team won back-to-back championships. So they was like that for like 2 years, like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Uh,
At least 2 years. Damn, who was that? Damn, he was in Florida too, Slim. Damn.
he was a good quarterback.
Nah, he wasn't good. But they had Cam Newton there too, but he ain't play. He got kicked out the team. He supposed to take over Tebow. That was wild, man.
Yeah, he went to Texas. I mean, he went
He
to.
was junior college and
Yeah.
That's the only other person I could have seen them playing with. But I ain't never see Cam get in the game. I think they redshirted him in the first year.
Who the fuck was that? It was somebody Burrow. It was somebody in front of him. He eventually took the spot, but they was going back and forth and shit. With Coach Miles was putting them in all different kind of places and shit, H-back and all that shit.
So yeah,
So I know he gonna sneak him in. I bet you gonna fuck around with quarterback because they drafted a quarterback, and I just know the first time that some slip up.
I know I was looking at
Cause I don't even think Tebow never was a good quarterback to me ever. He's some trash,
his mechanics was fucked up.
complete trash.
But I will tell you this though, he did play better than what's the other quarterback that
Kaepernick?
RG3 played better
Oh
than him.
fuck yeah!
Kaepernick played better than
Oh yeah.
I don't know about that. I just think that good.
RG3 a little close. That's close though.
he had good 2
Tebow?
seasons.
That's
Yeah,
close.
well, I mean, he fucked his knee up. After that, he wasn't the same. He was scared.
That I think they about even.
Who?
Him and Tebow.
Nah,
No, Tebow was better.
Tebow.
You say he's better?
Tebow couldn't.
He wasn't better than RG3.
He was better.
RG3?
Only reason why I said that.
I mean, when he was good
I was
before
saying
he got hit.
because RG3 ain't never won a playoff game either.
Oh, but he was nice though.
Got better than
I
Tim
don't know
Tebow.
what happened to all that.
Tim Tebow
I
won a
told you, he
playoff
broke
game.
his knee.
That
And then
nigga
after
was
that,
nice.
He lost his explosiveness. Then he fucked his ankle up, and then he lost confidence. He started fucking with the ain't sack.
And plus, he ain't want his knee to get hit no more. He was scared of that shit.
Yeah, once you scared, you
He
can't play
was scared,
quarterback.
bro.
He was scared.
He was tiptoeing like what?
Not only that, it was conflict
Fucking
between
knee.
coach and owner too.
Yeah.
Because the owner liked RG3, but the coach wanted Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins, yeah, that's right, yeah.
And they let Jay Gruden fuck RG3 over.
I forgot about
his head up, went on a press conference. Let a lot of shit go.
And then, RG3 ran off with the mouth. And then the front five of the Redskins line started letting people in and getting them fucked up.
Oh, yeah. Everybody keeps saying they did it on purpose, dog.
They did.
I don't know, yeah.
They did. Baltimore
He
came
did
in.
start getting fucked up.
The very game that got him fucked up was when he played against Baltimore.
You're right. They did might have did that purpose. Remember, he was talking shit a lot.
He was talking shit.
Yeah.
And they started talking shit about the line. It was like, they didn't start doing this. And then it's RG3 me. And then they was like, well, okay. Then they started letting motherfuckers in. They were pressed.
I remember now, yeah.
They were pressed like this and then let the motherfuckers right on through the
I
line.
remember that shit, yeah. And he started getting
He was getting
punished.
punished back there.
God.
He was going all over the place. He was
That
getting
last
hurt.
hit, he was running out of pocket when he got hit in Baltimore. That fucked his leg up. He was done.
No, then he
tried to come back or
in-
something.
Yeah, in Seattle, he should have just took the rest of the year off and healed up.
He ain't do that.
He ain't tried to play, and then he fucked his knee up. That was it after that.
He didn't even have nobody behind. Oh, no. What's the
Yeah,
name
just
behind him? Who's playing behind him?
It was
Cousins.
John.
Yeah, that's right. I'm about to say, he would have
That's
lost
what
his
they wanted
job.
anyway. They wanted Cousins from the beginning.
Yeah, the team.
If he would have sat down, Cousin would, yeah.
The coach wanted Kirk Cousins. The owner wanted RG3.
No, but they say the coach rushed RG3 back. Put him
No,
on
he
there.
brushed himself back. He had a advertising deal.
with Subway.
Not so it was Under or something like that.
And he had one with Subway.
Stop playing.
Yeah, I know it was something about his health and all that, and his knee was gonna be perfect. And he came back, but he wasn't the same. He was scared. You could tell he was scared. And they fucked him over. Why you gonna draft him then draft Kirk Cousins? When they did that, he was never the same anyway. He's like, y'all.
He was
drafted
definitely
him.
scared. He was different.
Yeah, he was scared. He's like, y'all just want to put Kirk Cousins.
That's why I don't hope happens to our quarterback we just drafted. I hope we don't get hit and just start doing that shit.
Once you lose that,
It's no coming back from that, yeah.
Yeah, before he was just we're gonna do this little jump right here. Play break down, you run.
From getting scared, there's no coming back,
He
dog.
was scared after that.
Once he hit that leg thing, that nigga's not looking right no more. He
When
won.
told him he don't want to run no more, and he can't throw. He ain't learned how to read the coverage yet. He going into the cover. I don't want to run no more.
Then the other thing is he could not slide if we got there. They had
They had to bring people in there and show them how to slide.
slide. They had brought people from the
shit, I hope my
Washington
quarterback
National.
got that problem. That's the only thing I don't like about quarterbacks running, man.
I mean,
yeah. Then you pull a Dak Prescott.
And he got fucked. Yeah,
that was a freak.
yeah, that might have happened to anybody because it's like
He didn't even get hit. He just ran.
I think that joint he did. All quarterbacks might have made that run. It wasn't really a run type shit.
He
It was
wasn't
just getting
even
out the pocket.
right, and he wasn't even. He didn't even get hit.
It made me pull him from behind and shit. And that shit
What I
twisted
don't
up.
get though is he was hurt. Why the fuck you don't know how to read a defense? I mean, if you can't play, you can at least study film
Fuck yeah.
and learn how to read a defense. He could never read a 3-5. I mean, he would throw in a triple teams.
That was odd too for
Yeah,
him
I'm
never
like,
to look
damn,
like a
man,
real
you
quarterback.
know
Ever.
better.
Who?
RG3, he just never
Never took it serious.
in
I'm like,
the pocket looked like a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like
But
he
see,
never looked like a wide receiver in the pocket. Like
But see, here's the
why is
thing.
he there?
You're looking at the picture right here, right? See how his mechanics is?
Oh yeah.
That is the wrong thing to do right there. To show that you looking at your receiver and you're throwing it to him. The way he cocking the ball back, it don't even look good. And
he never could throw though.
And RG3 got that same.
RG3
fucking
could toss that joint though.
He got the same mechanic.
you about to say when he got belly, he was crushing shit.
He could toss that joint now.
He had no fear. He was crushing teams that year.
But like you said, once he lost his heart, he was done.
And once that knee fucked up, he said, I don't want to do no more running plays. Take him out the playbook. I said, you done.
It was done, son.
They said, what else can you do? Did you know how to read a playbook? Did you know how to read a defense? He's like, nah. It showed he had no
But see,
study.
his shit was the read option anyway. He was killing motherfuckers with the read option.
That he was.
Kaepernick killed people with the read option. Cam Newton killed people with the read option.
I think everybody get that first year that the defense don't know him. They get to run around like a motherfucker, killing the defenses. But that second year is when everything catch up to him.
The second,
Them niggas
third
got to know
year.
how to throw. Yeah. If they don't know how to throw, this party is over. Son.
The only person that got away with that was Mike Vick.
That nigga throw, son.
And Mike Vick and
Like, we can toss that
and,
motherfucker.
and Pat Mahomes.
He can throw too.
And I can't say what's his name up in Baltimore, but they're catching on to him too.
All right, he
And
not
they
looking
not-
good. I'm sorry.
And they not, and then and see the bad thing about him, they're not giving them any weapons either. So they
I
rely
don't know.
on
I just don't see them winning with him. I don't know, man.
with Baltimore.
Yeah.
I can see them winning. They just got to give them some weapons.
He just don't seem like a quarterback that they can win. I don't know.
Now, if they believe that too, then they set themselves back.
Way back. Where we at? 8,700 down plays on our podcast. We appreciate everybody that tuned in and got us to that point. You know what I'm saying? 8,700 is a lot. So we on our way to 10 G's, 10,000 down plays on the podcast. The Third Perspective, that's on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts at. You know what I'm saying? We there, especially YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Check us out on those apps when you get a chance. You know what I'm saying? Spotify, just in case you're in the gym or something, you want to hear us and shit. We good there. You know, cover all the bases. You know what I'm saying? You know? Got something to say before we get out of here, Jay?
Yeah.
All the bases.
Yeah. Protect yourself out there. We know everything's opening up. You know, still, you just got to follow guidelines.
Think about motherfucking TikTok and shit. What y'all think? Think she on TikTok?
Yeah, we got some half naked females.
You know? You got something to say, Ray, before we get out of here?
Yeah, don't listen to rap. Wear your mask. Get y'all COVID shot.
Man,
You know
fuck
what I'm
all
saying?
that shit,
Don't-
man.
don't-
Fuck that shit.
When you be like India, you can't breathe. Don't
Let's
forget
get out
that.
of here with that shit. That
You
shit
know what
over.
I'm saying? India got a whole major outbreak over there.
They
You
can
know?
keep it
Don't-
over
you
there.
don't want to see that, DC?
Yeah, they're going to keep that shit over
Yeah, they
there.
can keep that there.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
Man, how many shots y'all think y'all? Man, look, first of all, nigga, if you take the shot once, that's it. You got to keep taking that shit for the next 15, 20 years, nigga.
There you go.
So once you start that shit, it ain't ending. You got to keep getting doses.
There you go.
So to me, it's a waste of fucking time.
Nah, don't you guys? You gotta take
So
that
now
shit.
if you wasn't getting the flu shot before, why not just get the flu shot? Like, this shit's not really hard, for real.
Honestly, when I caught the COVID and I went to the hospital and I got that flu shot, that's when all my problems went away. Outside the steroids and the Percocet.
I never had a flu shot before. Ever. I never done that shit.
You ain't never did the flu shot?
No.
You ain't never did a tetanus shot?
I had to get a tetanus shot before. I was little. I remember that.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah, I got a tetanus shot. That's the one.
I had bit by a dog.
That's the one they put the needle
Twice, man.
on your butt cheek when you're a baby.
Yeah, bit right here by a dog. Shit. Walking through the fucking alley. Tetanus shot. Shot them for sure. Definitely taking a shot that ass down. You know what I'm saying? That nigga try to take a chunk of me with him.
Yeah, get that rabies shot because they saying something about raccoons and shit. Rabid raccoons and shit.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, black people are actually around raccoons and shit. Like,
nah, they pop out of nowhere and chase your ass down.
Enough to bite your ass and shit.
They be major roadkill.
Fuck yeah, they be laid out, guts everywhere. They try to cut across the street.
I remember they had an outbreak of that shit down Georgetown a few years ago. Motherfucking raccoons was chasing motherfuckers down, biting them and shit. I was like, God damn.
Hey, no, you can't picture that. I was just trying to picture that. Like, a raccoon, though, yeah? Just jumping out trying to bite you, yeah? That'd be crazy as shit, stuff. When you think about that, though, a raccoon. You ain't really used to seeing raccoons and shit. But once one jump out and just trying to bite you, that's just crazy.
You know, what the fuck?
And then, you ever seen the animal shows and shit when the animals go wild or some shit like that? Animals go wrong. When the motherfucking raccoons in Lady House, you know, this shit was funny as shit. They came out the cabin and shit.
Oh.
Come on, so that joint eating like a mother. Everything she put up there was dissipating on her. That raccoon was tearing that shit up. Man, like, fuck, this is a good place to live. You have to believe it, nigga. Call everybody. This is a spot to live here, nigga. You know?
By that time, you probably try to take a can and throw that at that motherfucking head.
Call the rest of the motherfucking raccoons. Get the rest of the raccoons around the way. This shit like that.
This can be some quiet, niggas.
Shouts out to everybody in Tennessee and Texas checking it out. We appreciate her a lot. You know what I'm saying? Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. It's where you find us at. And we're going out, you listen to Rad B.I.D. Jones. You know what I'm saying?
It's the district.
Hey, don't forget, we got Patreon, but we won't be on there. You know what I'm saying? Let's start going to Patreon.
Man, I'm hard with the heat. Street sweep.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all forget about that. We got Patreon. We ain't be on that.
They run so deep. I'm so damn black. Just call me Tell It Smile.
You know, I get some strippers coming on that joint. You come on that Patreon joint. You gotta go on OnlyFans for that one.
I shoot a full clip. And at home there's a spare. Double D, Day, E-Way. I want to
OnlyFans.
Say,
we out. We appreciate y'all a whole lot, though. You know what I'm saying? Monday. I keep saying Monday. Sunday and Wednesdays we live. As usual. Sunday live.
Boys that blues show their face in the place.
Tell me what you gonna do.
Bust that. The boys that blues show their face in the place. Nigga, what you gonna do? Bust that. The boys that blues show their face in the place. Nigga, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna do that, dude. I'm gonna get a TikTok so you do all the TikTok.
Show their face in the place. Nigga, what you gonna do? Bust that.
Let's go, let's ride, let's get a bitch and get high all day, all night, fuck her to the daylight, in the mouth, in the gut. Look, I don't really give a fuck if you fuck or I fuck, as long as I